What's up, fellow Siege spectators and players, to another installation of Siege DoubleShot, bringing you an LLC classic in this Spring Confrontational. My name is WhiskeyGlitter, and with me, as always, my partner, my co-host, Mr. WhiskeyRun.
Welcome everyone to another Siege DoubleShot.
Hey yo, this promises to be a spicy match as we are still within the first week of this confrontational opener, going into another game, bringing you Odyssey and not Weebs. Classic showdown. Gonna start it at Chalet, head on to Clubhouse, and should there be a decider, we'll finish that at Oregon.
So tell us about Chalet.
We are heading to the classic French Alps, to this chalet location where it's got the nice warm interior, contrasted, of course, on the outside. Visibility issues in the snow. This is also, of course, where the Christmas map, the Christmas-themed version event, the Snow Brawl, is held. One of our favorites, and as seen by a lot of people, had a bunch of strats brought into that this last go around. Super fun.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. I personally love Chalet, and right off the bat, bands we see, Nook. Flores is interesting. We were definitely expecting to see him banned on Oregon or Clubhouse, but on the defensive side, we always talk about the trifecta of defenders that are typically banned. Azami, Solus, Valkyrie. Here we got two of the three, leaving Azami on the board.
It's tough to decide who you're going to actually leave on the board. And Azami is a big one, especially for Chalet, putting your Kiva barriers on the rotate, on the snowmobile. You know, any sort of top holds that you got, you can really hold library pretty toughly with those Kiva barriers. So she's going to be making a huge impact. Let's talk about the attacking side of it. Showing a real aggressive setup right away. Blitz, Maverick, but there are some 6-picks coming out as we're going to bring the Thermite for the archery out. Dokkaby, of course, to help suss out any of those roams, try to capture the intel of the cams. And another 6-pick with the Ayana. So we are going to have a couple of nades in pocket. A whole slew. So what they were doing, in case you're new to Siege, a 6-pick is when the attacker gets to change their operator before the prep phase is over. And what the defense is bring in, suss out a new plan, and then pick a separate operator. It can also be used as a mind trick, because the first operators are shown to the defensive team. So they showed Blitz, they showed Maverick, and then they completely switched it around into a little bit more of a standard setup, except for, I mean, it's still fairly aggressive.
Definitely an aggressive setup here.
On the defensive side of it, we'll be looking at the traps with Frost. Kind of a staple on the chalets, but tons of window areas to be jumping into that she sets her traps at. Castle, who's becoming more and more prevalent in the comp scene, add in those barricades and make it tough to get through. And already, we are already traded down to a 4-4, still inside the first minute of play here. Maestro for that plant now, also doing that utility, stopping the drones and mute.
There's a little bit of a missed Kiba barrier there on the K9 door, but I don't think that's really going to hurt her that much. Interesting, we're seeing the shift in the Chalet meta, right, going first floor site. So first floor site again, but this is a really hard top hold.
It's a really deep top hold, and Ying does take a ton of damage, but not before Azami gets ripped off the board. Thermite gonna go be making some reach in, trying to.
Oh wow, that turn of events. The impact EMP didn't hit the mute jammer at the bottom, unfortunately, had to waste it, and then that gave away the position for the C4 to go out and take one off the board. Great play by the defense.
Boy, and it does keep us evened up, so we are just outside of a minute left into the gameplay. We still have Mute, Maestro, and Frost on the board. Frost does take a little bit of damage. Jean takes a little bit of more. Does spray bullets into Piano. Plant is going down. Thermite is at 50. He's going to take advantage of this
Attackers are
up
activating.
He is going to stick the Plant. He goes down. Thermite is taking up the board down to a 183. Maestro taking a ton of damage. Dokkaebi fries one. With Maestro having a little bit of life, this could be winnable. He's got to win this first gunfight.
Oh, she's gonna come around on the defense.
My lord.
They're gonna lose their cams. This is key.
And they are going for the plant. He doesn't know that they're trying to get the plant off. But he gets him, leaving it down to Frost. Flips around to try to get the next one, and does do it. Dokkaebi, huge round. Oh, yeah, what a perfect turnaround. Where did Frost come from? Where was she? Was she up top?
She was holding upstairs, yep.
Yeah, wow. Well, it was a huge play by Doke. Well, Thermite getting that plant down under fire while he's being aimed on was huge.
I think it surprised the defense. I don't think they were expecting Thermite to get that plant down so quickly. They attacked right then, but it just wasn't quite enough.
Yeah, that was a heads-up play by the Not Weebs as they take grab of the number.
What's interesting is it looked like Maestro had his cam there ready to stop Thermite from the plant, but I don't know if he was like hidden by the chair just barely in that default plant spot in dining or what, but it definitely should have been preventing him from that plant going down, so I think the defense got surprised there.
Yeah, it must have been, because it's a tough call to make that plant in a 2v3 scenario, but you did get the call out that one of the guys was still upstairs. So essentially you're in a 2v2, and if you're trusting in your gun skills, you're going to take that fight. They did, and it was a victory in that one. And it looks like we're running it right back. Same ops on both sides.
Yep, I think the defense...
I bet you can't do it again.
Yeah, I think they're feeling like they got a little surprised, but this time is going to be different. Although Ash has got something to say about that.
Oh my lord, Azami's taken right off the board. That is quite unfortunate, given man advantage. Over to Not Weebs. Is Azami executed? Going to be a pretty big pick because she did still have Kiva barriers that weren't going to be able to be used time with this option. Oh, and a second one rings out. The headshot onto Frost. Double kill with Dan as he's pushing in Piano. Thermite taking a ton of damage, but still alive. And looking to get himself another massacre as he pushes in, but it does not do it as he is finally stopped. We are now in a 4v3 just inside of 2.
Mute was ready for him.
Yep,
he was definitely ready that time.
Yep, wanted it. Got the 3v3, said you're not doing it again. Now, health advantage, we're going to say goes over to Odyssey as Thermite could take one bullet in the toe and die.
Another missed EMP.
Wow.
No, it's on the wrong side.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
See if he can get it. It's far over to the side, so he might be able to get it just barely. Nope, I think they're going to give up on it.
Reload. Two missed opportunities with EMPs. Gonna be flashing in to try to get that mute down. Oh, is he mute? Is that why he was
Yep. Yep.
Oh, interesting. They do get it open, but it is a death as Maestro fires through, taking us to a 3v2. Maestro loses his life. Dokkaebi soon follows afterwards. It's full health versus quarter health. It's gonna be a tough take for Mr. Thermite here. We'll see what he's got in the last 50 seconds. Taking a peek, trying to swing. It is not enough. Swing or be swung. Unfortunately, that did not work out in his favor. Free Fire takes him out immediately. Evens us up at 1-1. Well, you know what I'm going to say. I mean, we're starting out with a back and forth.
Back and forth.
Let's go, baby. I hope we go the full 15, man. This could be some great lights out Siege, especially if they're taking it back and forth. Not Weebs had a great start. Odyssey with a great finish. We are into round number 2, and let's see who's taking it out next. And taunting that Weebs again.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
For those just joining us too, we're looking at a best of 3, so this is the first map of potentially 3 tonight. Single elimination, so winner moves on in the LLC Spring Confrontational.
Yep. On the defensive side of it, everybody playing for a chance, of course, to get to those big main stages where all the money's at, and this is the great place to be for some great siege in that. Defense got the mirror brought out. Pesky. Stuff gets left on the board, but I mean, you got to choose your battles, right? Did they want to have Solus or Valkyrie on them instead of the? What is he doing?
Ooh, is going for the kill on K9 door for sure.
Hoping for a big explosion, maybe get himself a twofer. He's gonna be interesting as the Bravo makes more rounds into the competitive scene. Gonna be seeing those start to be placed. Oh my lord!
Great intel from Dokkaebi there, giving the intel to Ayana, be able to take the kill.
Jeez, mute on the board. Oh no! Grenade underneath sends another one flying on a quick trade out as Ash is taken off the board, followed up with Ayana taking us into a 3v3. Man, I love the early round contest, right? We just lost 4 people in the space of 45 seconds. That's how you know this is going to be some really good siege. 3-3, still just outside of 2. Huge rotate by Capcan. Gonna go try to take a quick on main lobby, and we haven't even got down to the first floor yet.
That was great intel work, though, on the attacking side, right? Both of those kills off solid intel from droning. Really great intel work there. Even with the mute.
Even with the mute.
Time for a wake-up call.
All right, so as with just outside of a minute and a half, Hibana left on the board is going to be opening up those hatches. Starting to get that vertical play into sight. Left, so any sort of roam. I mean, we haven't even made it to the second floor yet. Here we go. Now we've got inside of the mirror location. Going to be starting to take a push down backstairs. Oh, like
We've got the entire defensive team bunkered down.
Where's the third one at? Oh, okay.
Capcan, yeah, Capcan's over on Trash Can, guarding that part of the site, but it doesn't look like. Well, the attackers are going to make a rotate that way.
So we've got 45 seconds. They've been poking, they've been prodding. There is the area to collapse. Intel goes out, so Hibana's probably going to be going to be trying to peek where you normally open up with fuse. Oh! A shot and a C4 ring out on the double, leaving Hibana to do it all by herself. 31 seconds left. She's got to take the first gunfight. Knows the second's going to be approaching her almost immediately afterwards. Gas canisters are going out. He still has another one left.
So lucky.
Not much to do. You're a rat in a cage at that point. Shotgun on the bottom, smokes on the top. Last one comes in. Good night.
That prone play was great. I mean, trapped her in the corner with the smoke. She dodged the first, but when that second was going to go out, she wasn't going to survive it and had to move.
I like the part with him throwing it to the right. That ensured that she was going to have to push left. That gave away. That led to him being able to know her exact location. Get himself ready for the push. Throw the one behind it to make a push, and then take that shoddy face shot and win that round. Second one goes Odyssey.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Heads up play there.
I feel like it's worth mentioning at this point too. I know for the people watching the stream at home, we do have some team logos here shown on the stream, and I'm not kidding. Those are the real team logos. These guys take their logos very seriously, both of the teams. So really love what they got going.
Yeah, you can tell it's a concise. It sends a message. It's this back and forth. You know, it's these two teams sending a message to each other saying, "We're
here to play. Let's go."
All right, round number 4. See a pretty similar setup. Got the Aruni, got the Jaeger, and the Wamai to stop any of those pesky projectiles from coming in. And this time, the blitz was not faked. He's in. Dan is pretended to show his hand, but actually brought it. So we could see some devastation here. Trying to get that intel, find out where they're at. He's going to make that crazy push in with the Ying as well. I mean, early match, quick plant? I don't know.
That's what it seems like, right? Bar gaming, it seems like Weebs have got a setup here that they normally run, so that'd be my guess. They practiced this.
Yep. Sledge does fall off the board, unfortunately. And a Rooney does fall on the second, but down, but not out. Second one goes out as Ayana is taken out as well, and Blitz going to finally start to make his push in. We might be too little too late, though, as Maverick is also taking him off the board, taking us effectively into a 5-1. Sheesh. All that's left is Mr. Blitz, but if there is one that can do it, it is him. He's got his shield, he's got his quick pistol. Let's see what he can bring to the table in this last minute and 45 seconds. Aruni's still down. Doesn't seem like he might be retrievable. They're going to start flying to the football, as they say.
What did I tell you?
Nope, there's the recovery.
There she goes. Aruni avoided death, now taking us into a full 4v1, and he gets another one. Don't feed him these kills because Blitz is going to win these every single time. He's got plenty of time. Minute 18, taking deep shots down. He's going to rotate around. Knows he's going to have to fight a front and back battle. He's got plenty of time to do it, honestly. Right, here we go. And there we go. Vertical control reigns supreme.
Down. He must not have known that Castle was holding that position.
Yeah, no hits. That sound, the siege sounds. Or the lack of. As that round does collapse around Not Weebs very quickly, giving Odyssey another point. Another round, I should say, taking us to round number 5. So, now that we've seen a couple of rounds and seen the sort of gameplay that Not Weebs has been bringing to the table, what do we do, you think, to maybe get this momentum to start swinging back their direction?
They've got a core set of operators that they've been bringing, right? Thermite Doe could be Ash, but okay, maybe we're gonna see Thermite switch over to the Ace since it's the upstairs site. I think that's a good call. Ace is definitely a little bit more versatile on the upstairs site.
I think that's a good call too. And with the 6 pick onto the Nomad to start watching those flanks, they're gonna have a little bit of that pressure taken off from the back as well. Plus that 8K from Ace, even with its nerf, is still just absolutely devastating.
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
Okay. And here we go.
Spread out attack. They're covering a lot of different aspects of the map at the same time.
Not much as far as the intel going on, except for potential drone placements.
Yeah, that definitely does not seem to be... I guess in that first round, or second round it was, Not Weebs had some great kills off great intel drone work, and that was all they needed. That was the round that they did win, so it seems like it would be good to go back to that, but, you know, here we are, they're playing a little bit more aggressive, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, of course, this first map will definitely kind of be sussing out each other's movements and capabilities. They did bring that mute, which has been devastating to all of the drone work going in, but here we go. On his drone, he's got intel where somebody's at, takes the first one, and that mute does fall. So that's exactly what we talked about. He needed to get that intel, they needed to take that early entry pick, but it is traded out on the Ash, so it wasn't maybe as valuable as a pick as we're still evened up. Gain advantage to
A little bit more back and forth.
And we're going to see it get traded all the way down to a 3-3. Holding angles. Ace going to go for a big rotate, try to come up from underneath as Dokubi's holding some deep angles into Solarium.
Well, they're gonna block that off with a zombie there, making sure that she can't see into the piano area.
It's one of the biggest parts of a zombie, man. She adds all of these new cheeky barriers that can either block past or give you just the slightest angle to see your enemy. And as I say it, Ace gets downed off that peak. A zombie taking a ton of damage, but not enough. as she does go ahead and take off Nomad as well, leaving us down effectively into a 2v4. Both Ace and Jaeger are down. 2-2. Jaeger gets ripped apart as well. I don't know that Ace is really going to be recoverable, but Doki's going to try to get over there.
Yes, she's going to get him.
She's going to try. There we
go.
go.
Quick. Oh, wow. I was expecting a swing, but they didn't swing it, so...
They didn't swing it. They did get the impacts to go down, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. But Ace does fall. Now Doke be taking a look into Piano, try to get that trade outside, or outside the bathroom.
Oh, man. Sneaky has been devastating with that DMR.
1v1,
my.
16 seconds left. Pulls out the little guy. Spraying through, and she gets it. Dokkaebi with the huge quad kill to seal up that round. Let's go. Woo! Well, that was a quad, right? That was a quad kill?
I believe so, because that was the two rounds, I think, that he basically carried that team there to the win. I mean, that was fantastic play on Dokkaebi on both of his rounds.
Yeah, huge momentum changer. It's what they needed. You said switch up the ops. Sneaky, living up to his namesake, snuck around, got each kill, ended it with a wall bang. Odyssey is probably not going to forget. might see Dokkaebi taken off the board later.
I was thinking
that gets us a little bit closer.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're likely to see Dokkaebi banned in the next map, and I think probably Mira as well. I think not all teams use Mira, you know, as much as you might expect if she's on the board, but clearly
10 seconds to go.
Odyssey is a fan of the Mira play and has been, I think, really doing a great job. So I think we're likely to see Dokkaebi and Mira banned in the next map.
Attackers.
That we're seeing too. I mean, we're playing basement on one of the previous rounds. They're playing basement with a Mira hold all the way up to the top of the master. Yeah, I mean that's it's not speaking to the new meta, of course, that is starting to shift, but because of course that's going to make it tough on a retake. But it's certainly devastating if you're still doing by really good.
Oh wow, no breach to now. They are going for that quick plant.
Wow.
And
here we go. Candela's going out. Smoke canister at it, but it's not going to be enough. Ying is making her way inside a closet. Takes a ton of damage. Thermite taken off the board. Sledge taken off the board. And we're now inside of a 2v3. Ayana loses her life as well. We're now in a 2v5, leaving it all up to Ying. Mira on a huge hold from up top. And Smoke does lose his life, taking us now down to a 2v4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 lives lost in the matter of a minute. A huge double on Saint, as it now takes us to Dokkaebi. Again, she had a quad in the first to do it. It's going to have a quad to do it again. Gets one, but is traded out immediately. Honestly, not letting that happen again. They had 3 ready for that refrag on the close to main stair. 3 people to take that gunfight. And Odyssey does walk away with that round.
They definitely, I mean, they left the main wall open, right? Thermite, Ying go for the quick plant, left it open, and the trick was they had the top angle covered, so as soon as they walked in, 2 kills immediately. It was sneaky, man. What a great play, leaving that wall open, making them think they had an easy quick plant, and then a great trick play there.
Hashtag baited. That's it, trend. Poor guys, they got sucked right into that. It's a trap.
But here we are on the change of sides. So in competition, for those of you just watching, just joining us, play 6 rounds and then switch sides. So this is the first time we're getting to see not Weebs play defense and Odyssey play
10 seconds remaining.
Pretty standard. It's kind of ideal to bring that back. Not Weebs, definitely not out of it. But Odyssey, they're feeling themselves right now. Well, Mike taking a huge spawn peek, doesn't connect with anything, still rotate around and try to catch himself another look. But yeah, not in a bad position to be at a 4-2 split. Kind of ideal. You took a couple, now you get onto defense and potentially try to win it out as it's a defensive heading.
Definitely not surprised to see spawn peek check there with how aggressive not Weebs have been playing. So spawn peeking on defense as well. Not surprising for sure.
Unfortunately, Oryx loses his life quickly, followed up with the mute, taking and traded out on the Osa. That's a huge pick on the 12 and 5 Osa. Look at those dang stats. Soko going crazy. Taking us into a 4-3 just outside of 2 minutes. So the initial encounters, engagements come out, and Odyssey filling themselves on the top of it. Bunch of Sam cams going out to watch on the flank. That was a huge double. So I didn't even see that Soko 12 and 5. The man is just going crazy. Sneaky though could be the answer to that. 9 and 4.
They don't have. Wow.
To get around the mute charge? Is that
Yes.
what just happened? Or
Yep.
the mute wow.
He was. It was so close on the edge. He could tell the mute charge was there, but you just can't cover it with the entire wall. So
real heads up play by Thermite as he's able to get that breach open. But Sneaky just droned out, spotted out. Gonna try to sneak around and get himself a little bit of lurk on the other side. Thermite though, he's on the look for it.
Goyo has got a ton of utility though, sitting in dining room. 2 Goyo canisters that we can see ready and waiting for as soon as the plant goes down, and that is going to kill a ton of time as those Goyo canisters burn off their fuel.
Not to mention he's still got a C4 in hand, but there is 4 grenades on the board, so potentially he can get taken out of here if they're working together. There is a Goyo on the canister on the back balcony as well, but Alibi in a contest loses some of her health. There's the other 2 canisters. One on. There we go. As Thermite takes a ton of damage, Sledge is ripped off the board. He was going to try to go for the back, and didn't quite get there. We're now in a 3v2, a 3v1. Odyssey falling quickly. Gets another one as it's straight back and forth to a 2v1. 12 seconds left. Ayana needs to get to the diffuser or take these kills. 9 seconds. She takes a little bit more damage to sneak around, and it is not enough.
Nope. Again, that vertical play just. She walked in the breach, but because Alibi was upstairs, not accounted for, not dealt with, was able to take it down.
So here's where the new meta switch that's happening is going to run into its issues. If you don't clear out that top roam on such a small map, say like Chalet, where you can even go through 2 separate floors and still see basement. If you don't deal with that roam, 2 rounds in a row, they've got hit from up.
Both teams liking to play on the defensive side, Mira and Azami, so.
Interesting. Maybe we will see a Mira brought out in Clubhouse. Although, even if you like to play her, you don't like to go against her. You got to leave somebody else on the board to do it. On the defensive side of it, we got both Lamai and Jaeger to stop any of those projectiles coming in. Can take care of sandcams as well. So 4 sets of grenades on the attacking side of it. Could be taken out by the Lamai and Jaeger charges. Warden, in case they bring any of those smokes or the Ying, and of course the ever-present and always daunting Azame. On the attacker side of it, Soko with his big 12 and 5, bringing out Zofia on the general badassery. And of course, the Samcams that prove so vital for all of the intel. I think that's a little bit of the difference that we're seeing between the 2 teams. Is Odyssey definitely has brought more intel to the attack than Weebs did in the first place, and I think that could be working out for them. Round number 8, just outside of 2 minutes. I'm sorry. 1 second. Right there.
Sophia pushing in pretty aggressively on the back of some intel, but you can definitely hear is well, nobody on that side of the map, so they've got some room to operate there on the north side. Pushing over, trying to gain a little bit of control back on that top floor. So Zami's right there, though, trying to hold it. Wasting time.
Wasting time. That's what I'm supposed to do. And she did. She wasted a full minute and a half off the board. They did eventually get her out of there, giving an advantage over to the attackers, but at what cost is Sledge is now going down, which is the main part of their vertical attack that they needed. As we are evened up, who had the most cost-effective kill? Not gonna be sure on that one.
Yep. Zami did her job, wasting a lot of time and getting the barriers up. I think that goes in the favor of not Weebs to start with. We'll see where the next gunfight happens.
I think you're gonna be right on that. I think you're going to be right. All of that top vertical control is going to be lost. Not being able to peek down through those holes. You do have the Habana, so she will be able to open up a few of those little spots, but it's not going to be much. And Ayana does fall off, now taking us into a 4v3 with 30 seconds left on the board. All the poking, all the prodding is going to have to come to something. Soko taking a look on the bottom, trying to find a pick that's going to even him up. He loses his life for it with that headshot, traded out to it. Now a 3v2, 20 seconds left. Defensive can hold it out here and pick themselves another round, but it's going to come down to it. You're going to have to stop the Zero and the Habana. One falls, so now we're into a 2v2, 10 seconds left. Quickly traded out with Trevi having a triple kill. 5 seconds, he's going to have to get the plant down, but he loses his life as Sneaky claims another headshot. Let's go.
Oh, wow. There was a lot of 50-50 gunfights in that whole round. A lot of them.
Hard to call it as it just goes back and forth so incredibly fast. You start out in a 5-5 in the matter of 15 seconds. We're down to a 3-2 and wondering what just happened.
Two players going off there at 12-4, 12-6, really carrying both of their teams.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
that was
being defused
definitely
by
tough to
attackers.
call with those 50-50 gunfights. I couldn't tell who was going to take it. With both of these teams having a top frag, but also a great supporting cast on both sides, right? Basically, almost everybody else on the Odyssey side is better than 50%, keeping the KD at 1.
Yeah, 4-4. We are tied up, baby. It's the Spring Confrontational, and not Weebs and Odyssey are here to play. A couple of six picks come out as the Bucks Sophia getting traded out for the game, and Habana, of course, coming back on. And Doc Legion making their debut appearance for the evening. Love the Doc, got the juice, one stem. Bring it back to the precipice of death. You can tell Death your friend, I will see you later, buddy. And a Legion, of course, those crew bunches being devastating, not only as sound calls, but you can't run, you can't plant, you know.
Gotta take care of the goo before something happens.
Somebody clip it. Gotta take care of the goo. It's beautiful. Oh, so good. Ying on the board. Gonna be trying to throw in some of them candelas. Get you blinded by the light. Buck with his artwork on his entrance. A little bit cheeky. And as we're into the first minute of the play here, just want to say special thank you to Debbie, sponsors of this stream. Azami losing her life, Sneaky, huge pick taken off the board. Some good natural energy with no crash later. Use our discount code DoubleShot to get yourself a discount. Unfortunately, Doc falls as well, now taking us into a 3v5 as Jaeger is taken down to half health as well. Just inside of 2 minutes left, and the defense is going to be putting themselves into a very tough place to hold again, with all 5 still alive.
A bomb has been located.
It's going to be a tough minute and 35.
Yes, it will.
They do get one. Iota falls before getting ripped and ready to pull, but he is sussed out onto the drone, so he is not able to make use of that just yet. Mirror taking a ton of damage, down to quarter of a health, just outside of 1 minute left. We're going to start to see the execute coming through.
She was definitely lucky, I think, to survive that engagement with her life. Running back around her to get around her mirror.
Boy, they are going to start coming at it from all angles. Buck underneath, whoever that is on the window. Sophia taking a ton of damage. But not before getting a double. Trading back and forth. We are
All
now
up to
into a
Legion.
3v. All on the back of Legion. Can he last these last 36 seconds without the plant going down? Long angle.
Oh, they spotted him with that quick peek.
Now going to have to rotate over to bathroom. 27 seconds left. Goes for the swing. Doesn't get it. Hibana taking him down for the final kill.
Is that the Bearing 9?
Mm-hmm. That it was.
Yes, sir. Ripping some bullets.
A real slobber knocker here. 5-4. So not Weebs had 2 back-to-back dubs, but Odyssey here to put a stop to it. Goes up in round number 9, taking them 5-4.
Attackers need
We're
to
heading to
locate
round
and
10.
defuse as many bombs as they can.
I called for it. I asked for it. I said, please, give us this war of attrition. And they are doing it. Let's take it
Located
over.
by attackers.
Back and forth. Not every round for round, but still quite a bit of back and forth here.
Soko going huge on that 14-7. And the idea of him bringing out an Osa, giving himself some cover as well, could be pretty devastating.
The
The
last
6 picks coming out. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the last time Osa came out, she got taken off the board really quickly, so we didn't really get a chance to
5 seconds
see
to go.
how that play was gonna happen. So good to see it this time.
Was that
Attackers are
Soko
heading out
bringing
to
that
defuse
out
the bomb.
that last time too?
I believe so. Yep.
Yeah, I think you're right. Sam Cams, he's got 4 of them. With his latest rework, if he pierces a wall, the homies can use your cameras and pierce back and forth without you, or switch the cam back and forth without you now. It's a really good rework, I think, on the Sam Cams.
Definitely increased his utility for sure.
Absolutely, and in this new meta, Intel's going to be huge.
Huge library push here from the attacking team.
Trying to get that top hold early, right? That's one of the things that they haven't been maybe executing as well. They were still fighting top hold down to the last like 20-30 seconds in the last couple of rounds, except for, of course, the last one was a top hold. Zero taking a ton of damage, down to a quarter of a health as the first engagement rang out. But he stays alive. Fight another day. 2 C4s on the side of the defense, 1 potentially pre-placed. A slew of impacts as well. Well, Mai still has 2 in pocket, going to be able to deny some potential plants or get that pokey ball down that we love to see. Flash coming out. And unfortunately, he's going to be flashing Osa for that instead because of those Wamai charges. Exactly as he was. So here we are.
He rotated around, gave up the library position, but I think probably a good call with how many team members of Odyssey were pushing that position. Waste some time, save his life.
Play your life. You got 1:15 left, so we're gonna see a real action. We're gonna see a real battle here in this last minute, as every member is still left alive. Thermite's going to get his first thermite charge, giving the rest of that hold, so have to go battle that Wamai. Gonna go down and try to get his second one, but he's got to do it warily, as man, they are still just everywhere. 50 seconds left on the board. Osa getting her shield down. Ooh, and Thermite is the first to be taken off the board in this battle. We're now inside of a 5v4. Osa taking a ton of damage. She's peeking onto the hallway. Thermite did not get to get his charge out. That was it, right? It got...
Looked
he's
like
out.
Yep, it got tricked.
So they're still going to be having to face this narrow entryway into the hall. Sledge losing his life. We're now evened up as Mute does lose his life as well. 3v4, 18 seconds left. We still have 4 members of the attacking team alive to deal with these 3. 13 seconds left. Everybody's going to have to push in and get that pick. 9 seconds. They've got to push in as another one falls. Woo! That's what happens when you try to push in the last 10 seconds. Wamai getting that last kill, stalling him out just enough. take that dub. I mean, you got to push in, baby. We got to see you get in there. This is a 4v3 with 30 seconds left on the clock. As Pengu would say, what do you do? What you push, baby? You got to push. China's back up, not Weebs claiming that victory.
I mean,
the whiff gang. Oh, man.
Dan did unleash a hail of bullets there, but
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
to me it looked like it worked. Looked like he pulled it off.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Here we are,
Playing round number 10.
5-5.
I may have cursed you with this war of attrition that I asked for, but here we are. We're in for the long haul, baby. They are not giving up. Both teams stubborn to claim number one.
And interestingly enough here, first floor site, changing meta on Chalet, and nobody in sight. All of the effort being put on the upstairs hold here in library. Utility, reinforcements, just about everything there.
Objective is to defuse a bomb.
What an interesting setup. As most of these vertical kills have been dominant, I'm surprised we don't see both a sledge and a buck being brought. Now, of course, Zofia, 15 and 8, let me tell you, could be opening up partial of the floor as well. But no EMPs, which they don't need, of course. Oh my lord, double rings out and gets 2 of them. Traded out quickly to a 4v2, and that was fast. 30 seconds.
Oh,
wow. No! Wow! What just happened? What just happened? Holy cow! That didn't make it out of the first minute of gameplay, and it was over.
That was a hard push from the attacking team, and the defense was prepared and ready and now on match point.
That was a massacre. Not Weebs taking the time out as they talk about what to do on this last potential round match point. Man, that was insane. That was a fury. That was a chaotic storm. That was... wow.
A little crazy there. Now we get to take a look at the scoreboard, see where everybody's hanging out. 13-6-2, 11-9-2. Sneaky and Dan leading on the Not Weeb side, but 15-9-1 on Soko. I mean, really, just about everybody contributing there. So this could definitely go either way.
Man, it seems like kills are fairly even across the board on both sides. You do have, of course, a couple of the lower kills on the side of the Not Weebs, but I mean, of course, they're support players. You're not expecting everybody to just pop off. But that's what you get at this level of gameplay, man. Any single person could do it. And it's been exciting. That last round was insane.
Oh, what a fun one, man. Here we go.
Spring Confrontational. We are on match point. Not Weebs trying to secure this first match dub here. And who did they bring to do it? Got the Mozzie. Going to be trying to block any of that intel coming in the form of the drones. Use them to their advantage. I like that call. They needed more intel, and Mozzie is a great way to do that. Mira, of course, ever present, especially going to be on that basement hold. Vigil taking a stage below. He's going to be trying to menace everybody on the roam, and a slew of 6 picks on the defensive side of it. Or excuse me, on the attacking side of it. Defensive 6 picks would be tough.
Attackers are heading out to the bomb.
The community is not ready for defensive 6 picks for sure.
No, we're not. Ace taking a ton of damage right out the gate as the spawn peak fails to claim his life. On those 6 picks, though, we did get 2 breaches, hard breaches coming out, and the Twitch gonna hopefully deal with that Mira inside. 4 sets of nades in pocket with the Ayana and the sledge, and we're match point, baby. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left for Not Weebs to try to claim map number 1, and for Odyssey to shut them down and say we're headed to OT. Who's gonna be taking it here?
So they got main wall open. It's ready, but it's covered by Mira.
That's a deep cover too. I don't know if they know exactly that the Twitch is on the board yet, so they're. I think they might know that it potentially is going to be coming because she's been so dominant.
Oh, yeah, careful. Good job not shooting that one. That would be a problem.
Twitch going to have to take the long way around as she takes a peek up the stairs. Getting out all of that vital util.
Reloading!
Intel.
Nest ready!
Just inside of 2 minutes, and we're still full 5 stacked apiece. We're going to see something similar to how the last round started, I think. We're going to end this round in a hell of bullets to see who's going to come out on top. Who's got the better aim? Who is the Stormtroopers? And who's going to win? Ozzy, ripped off the board as he's massacred, followed quickly by Mira as that intel goes out. Man advantage now over to Odyssey as we're just outside of a minute left. It's looking good for the attackers to try to send it into OT, but they still got to get inside. Even though Mira's dead, the mid there still to play. Twitch trying to take that Mira out. I'm not sure if he got it or not. I didn't actually see. But Goyo taking a little bit of... It is open. They got a deep angle now down at the winery. Vigil comes up, takes a huge peek inside of kitchen. Oh my lord. Slew of trade outs. It's all down to Vigil now in this 1v3. He can clutch it up, but it's going to be some work. 43 seconds that Ace is going to have to get in, but they know where he's at. They take him in the dome piece, and we head to OT, baby.
Holding that, well, let's go. Holding that tight angle on blue door there. That was nice. I think they picked up 3 from that angle. Just peek it again. We dare ya.
Yep, come on. You ain't ready for it. And they weren't, and they claimed around, and we're in O-tizzle. Let's go. Man, I'm excited. They're screaming back and forth. You know what else is great about this? Is that
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
this
attackers.
is just the Spring Confrontational, right? This is just the preview of the type of gameplay that we can expect from this next season coming up out of the LLC. Really excited from what we've seen so far between the matches yesterday and the matches so far going on today. Perfect. It's gonna be fun.
Back to kitchen dining.
Yep, classic hold now. Turning into the classic hold.
It is now the classic hold. I think we've definitely seen more first floor play than I feel like the entire last season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I'm here for it. You know, they're not going to potentially take Chalet out of that map pool if people are going to continue to change the game while playing it. The vertical hold is real. Osa on the board. Sam on the board. 4 nades in the pocket with the Iona and the sledge.
Team pushing together again to take the helipad side of the map, both library and bar gaming. And the defense letting them have it because they know they got to hold top floor above is the more important piece.
Stop them from getting their vertical. Could be huge. We'll see if the attacking side can get a little bit of that vertical play this time. Lots of droning going out. We called for more intel, and they are delivering. Gotta try to suss out that drone. And here we go. Was that the first potential contest? They're going to be opening up. Try to open up Mez if he takes a look down, and he is going to get it. So we're going to have that deep look all the way through. Start to get some of that top floor control.
There it goes. Needed the
Quick trade out as both Mute and Iona fall. Thermite trying to hold the angle with that gunfire straight. Doesn't get it. Osa is now set up on the top mesh. She's going to be firing through the wall, hoping to get a lucky wall bang. I'll go. I guess I wouldn't call it lucky if shooting through there intentionally.
Yep.
And they got the intel, hoping that they're going to be able to stop Thermite again. Oh! Did they do it?
No, it was so close to impact tricking, but it didn't quite work.
Main breach is open. They got breach up on top on Mez. Osa taking a ton of damage.
Frost is gonna wish he hit that one for sure. So close. There he finishes it
there
off
we
that
go,
time.
and he gets the down, but it is traded out, so we're still inside of a minute left. Frost's gonna be doing his best to hold these angles, hold this main push. Sneaky. Think he's gonna be coming up on that flank. He is quite sneaky. Still got a C4 in hand as well, so we might be able to send it up through some of the open hatch inside of sight. 25 seconds left. Smoke goes out. Sneaky with the C4. Waiting for the sign. Waiting for the signal. Plant is going to be going
There
down.
it is. There it
here
is.
it goes. Plant goes down. C4 goes out. Gets him. Smashes him with 13 seconds left on the board. Zero taking a ton of damage. Sledge taking a ton of damage. Zero ripped off the board. 3v1. And defenders are taking that round. Sheesh. Let's go. I love a C4 kill, baby.
Wow.
Man, oh man. Great round. Not Weebs up. 7-6. Overtime match point. Hoping to secure something away on their attack. Odyssey. Got something to say about it. If history is holding true, I think we might be seeing Odyssey trying to claim this next round and take it for another.
Attackers need to locate.
I
and
think
defuse
so.
the
We got
bomb.
to see 4-2 on both halves. So they matched each other on offense and defense both. And then first overtime side won by the defense. So this is looking very good for Odyssey and looking good for the viewers who are going to get to see all 15 rounds.
Let's go. You love it. This back and forth. These players are just incredible. Okay. Slew of 6 picks on the attacker side of it is Lion with that intel coming out. The Goat is out, so tons of intel. They're going to really be trying to suss it out, which they're going to need to do to put this round behind them as they also with the going to be tons of angles, tons of doorways that you're going to have to try to get through. Maestro with the intel as well, and Mute to stop any of those pesky drones from getting in, and of course the ever-present and always daunting Frost. Don't lose the round on a Frost mat kill.
See, these guys are going to be pushing on that canine door there. Lion.
On the pit, give them the advantage to get in quickly and plant. Man, the KDs across both teams are just insane right now. People are fragging out. Really taking his time before getting in on the top mez. Thermite gonna get the go-ahead to go ahead and breach that. A deep look in all the way down mez, or excuse me, all the way through master. And now Osa set up, so we're looking at a pretty similar order they had. Very exact last round. Mute taking a little bit of damage as it starts to ring out. Thermite gonna go for this plant, looking for, or for this breach, looking for where maybe that Mute is. Now has to wait for who has the impact. Wait for Dokeby to come on down. Flash is going out, so the trick can't. Got it going on. EMP goes out. Going to the right side. It's gonna.
Is it
gonna
enough?
get it. I think he's gonna get it.
Yep, he did.
Frost losing a ton of life in the process, now taking it to her less than a quarter of a health. But Osa is the first to fall. Getting that drone out of there. So now we are in a 5v4, just outside of a minute left on the board. And it's looking good for Odyssey in the hole. Castle still prevalent up top. Everybody's still... Oh! Huge Maestro Cam taken out, and with that, the plant is going down. Thermite stops. Loses his life in the process on a quick trade out. We are now into a 1v4. All of it rests on Doki's shoulder to close this map out. Gets one. Is trying to find the next one. He's going to have to get two. Oh, sees it. Takes the swing. Doesn't connect on it, and is unfortunately killed from the side. Or fortunately for us, as Odyssey takes that round, and we are going the whole hog, baby.
The two top frags there, just battling it out. We got to see at the very end. Soko, Sneaky, One had to come out on top there. 16 tied up.
Wow.
With
Yes,
look at
what?
those kill numbers. Holy
I
smokes.
mean, this is just insane. Everybody putting the work in, everybody getting a piece of it, and I think
Attackers
that
need to locate
speaks
and
to
defuse
the
bombs.
communication between these two teams. We talked about it earlier as the solo frag going out and doing his best to, you know, cause as much distraction to the, you know, enemy team as he can, but that's not
Attackers have
exactly what's
located a
going.
bomb.
They're taking these gunfights and within a matter of seconds are trading out because everybody's here, everybody's got the call, and it's just who's got the better aim in the end. Tough call here, 7-7. Who does got the better aim?
Well,
10
if
seconds
I was
to go.
putting money on it, now Weebs on the defensive side
5 seconds remaining.
is looking like they have got themselves in a great position to take this.
The bomb.
I'd say it's gonna be. What do you think? It comes down to a Soko sneaky battle for the match point. I mean, you couldn't get any better of a story than that.
We're about to find out.
Frost on the defense, bringing out those traps. We're gonna look through that smoke. Mira, the ever-present pesky sneaker. Jaeger, the first one to get down and lose his life, now giving man advantage over to Odyssey. That is a huge pick taken off the board, especially inside of the first 30 seconds of play. Really going to give themselves time to suss out where everybody is at, rely on the trade game to finish it out. And here we go. Oh, and Jaeger does from the depths of death save the life of whoever is sitting inside of library. That grenade is taken.
Budget ready.
Also giving away his location that somebody is on that window, so he's going to hold that cross. Just inside of 2 minutes, him left.
Warden already knew that he was there, so it was about to swing it, but because the magnet pulled the grenade in, he had to move a little bit out of the way, but yes,
Oh,
yes. Knew he was there because of the nade, and Sledge was just not quite fast enough.
As he drops back down into sight, we are now into a 3v2. Minute and a half left on the board. Not Weebs looking in a good position now to hold out. Close this one up. Gonna rest all on the shoulders of Doka B and Habana. One phone call left from the Doke. Is gonna take a look. Try to suss out where the first one is, and he is all movement. Look at that guy. He is holding all angles at once. You got to be ready for that crossfire to come from anywhere. And here we are. Map number 1 of the Spring Confrontational. First week opener. 1 minute left. 3v2 on the overtime match point. And Dokubi going to be trying to take her first look down inside of sight. Habana on the huge rotate. So we're going to be looking at a multifaceted push. One from each side potentially. The call rings out. Hopefully going to suss out any roamers that are close, but everybody's in sight. Sneaky takes his phone calls. He hold a on Mudroom. 34 seconds left. Final push coming down to it. Diffuser is in the hand of Habana, and here she comes up on Habana taking a ton of damage as he does get flanked upon from underneath. Is now resting all on the shoulders of Dokubi, who loses her life. Not Weebs taking map number 1.
Sneaky took that in the very end there, ending up at 19-8-2.
Give me that scoreboard. Holy cow. 19-8-2. What are we watching here? Holy cow. 17-12 on the Soko. Bunch of huge standouts on both sides. I think this is going to say that our next map really is just going to be a real slobber knocker. At least that's what I'm hoping for.
I think you are right. So give us a few minutes as we get the lobby ready for map number 2. And map number 2 is going to be which one?
We are headed to Clubhouse, baby.
All right. Give us a few and we'll be right back.
Heyo.
Let's go. That is the greatest moment in my life, bro.
Welcome back, Siege spectators and players, as we head to map number 2 in the LLC Spring Confrontational. Not Weebs claiming victory on the first, hoping to get the next one as well to secure their best of 3, but not if Odyssey has something to say about it. As we head to Oregon, a quick clarification. I did call Clubhouse as the second map. I was incorrect. That will be our decider should we choose to go to 3. We actually are heading to 1993, Waco. Based off the compound for the Waco massacre, unfortunately, we are headed to Oregon. It was a great first round, completely back and forth. We went all the way to the 15. Real back and forth, huge numbers on both sides of the board as far as KDs go.
Yeah, both team taking a 4-2 half for their defensive side, winning 4, and then each side on attack winning their defensive round to finish with not Weebs winning.
Yep. Huge rounds, great gameplay. Quick shout out to Dubby, sponsor of the channel, a partner with Siege DoubleShot. If you're thinking esports, think Dubby. Great energy drink that leaves you no crash later. Great flavors, really awesome shakers. Check them out if you use DoubleShot for the discount code. Get yourself a nice little discount and also help support the stream. If you're just joining us, this is the third game in the opening week of the LLC Spring Confrontational, which is preparing us for the LLC's next season. It's a $200 prize pool. Many teams going to compete. Only one will become the victor, and currently, Not Weebs took the first map with a dub and is fighting to claim map number 2. Thank you to everybody that's tuning in and watching us and helping support the channel with the follows and with
Attackers need to locate
your
and
subscription.
defuse bombs.
It really means a lot to us. Good luck,
Yes,
have
it
fun,
does.
rings out across the board as we are getting started.
Fans were definitely, I think, not exactly what we were expecting. I think we said maybe seeing a zombie band for sure, but I think we were expecting to see Mira band. She's still on the board, so here she is being played right off the bat by Weebs.
Yes, but to give up that mirror, or to get that mirror given up, you have to let Solus come
10
out
seconds
and
remaining.
Oregon. Boy, that just doesn't seem like a great idea.
5 seconds left.
Yep, keeping Solus band. Yep.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb. And
So let's talk about it. Defensive side of it, we're bringing out the smoke, which is a classic for the basement hold. And Pro Strat Goyo going to be trying to slow down any approach from both the stairs, blue and the freezer, of course. Capcan on the traps. Mira, of course, for her little cheeky peekies that she brings to the table, and will might to stop any of those grenades coming in. Speaking of grenades, 2 in the pocket of Ayana. Lots of intel in the Dokkaebi with phone calls, and also potential to take over any camera work. Hibana, interesting pick to also be left on the board. Going to be able to take care of those hatches at a distance. Nomad for the flank. Ash for the frag and the soft breach. We're seeing our first contest as Ayana taking a couple of shots inside, looking for that peek around. Goyo holding a big hold on the freezer. A little bit of intel goes out, and looks like Wamai gets the first headshot as Nomad is taken off the board. First contest goes to Not Weebs as they now claim man advantage.
Oh, Dan with that
Ooh.
big tower hold. 3rd floor. Wow, got 2.
Wow. Double for Dan. And quickly things are falling apart for Odyssey, as we're now taken to a 1v5. Everything resting on the shoulders of Habana, but she's gonna get one, gonna try and drop shot to get the second one, but Kapkan's not gonna take it. Knows that he still has upstairs to deal with as well with the Wamai. We're gonna be seeing some quick jiggle peeking right now. Another one, holy cow! I thought maybe he was gonna go ahead and take it the distance. What a peek on that headshot, but it wasn't quite enough.
Smoke had something to say about that.
Sheesh. We might need a sheesh in the chat for that one. Round number 1 to not Weebs. Their expert defensive hold.
Attackers
bring
need to
out
locate
the
and
Cade
defuse as many bombs as they can.
This time around for a little bit of breach now. Didn't see a breach now. Except for the outside of the mute in that last map.
Definitely interesting. We didn't see. I don't think Cade or Bandit got any playtime basically, and in the Chalet map it was basically all mute for breach now.
Yeah, interesting. I like it though. Mozzie for the intel. On the defensive side of it, Alibi, of course, for that deception and run capability.
5 seconds left.
And of course, Smoke, who brings the smoke. On the attack side of it, we got a 6 pick onto the sledge with Soko bringing them out, which gives us 4 nades in the pocket.
I'm reloading.
Thermite for that devastating hard breach. Dokkaebi on the intel, and of course, Ash.
Swapping.
That frag.
Deploying the bait.
Definitely a spread out attack pattern here. Soko was not going to let him get that first pick 2 rounds in a row.
Man advantage now over to Odyssey as Wamai aims for the Eagles, trying to have that again. Ooh, but a quick trade out as Sledge does go down.
I think that was a Frost run out main door. Knew he was there. That was a very aggressive play.
Does even it back up. 4-4 just outside of 2 minutes. Unfortunately, some huge frags taken off the board, and with that soft breach potential, the hammer gone. Oh, almost gets his drone taken out by the Mozzie. He's be able to take that out. Oh, man, I feel like I'm saying that a lot tonight. Mozzie taken off the board, giving the man advantage over to Odyssey in this 4v3. Just outside of a minute and a half, Dokkaebi's going to be heading into Armory.
Drone up.
Definitely in this frag heavy lineup that both of these teams are playing with, I think you're going to be saying it a lot. Oh, there it is yours. Again. Great play by Dokkaebi.
Taken down in a hail of gunfire. Real heads up play by the Doke as the phone call does ring out again, just outside of a minute left in the gameplay. Alibi and Cade with the hold. They've still themselves set up pretty well to end this round. Thermite gonna go ahead and get that hard breach. Ooh. Alibi gone, now down to a 1v3. Cade, he still does have his C4 in hand. We've seen it from this exact spot before. They try to push in through the doorway, and he sends out his C4, but it looks like he's going to be taking a peek onto the breach that he's already made. Get the flank!
Oh my, Thermite!
Oh, but it isn't enough as his location was revealed immediately. Got himself a free pick, but paid the price for it.
Yep, that...
Oh, not Iona, that was her clone.
Well, no, her clone definitely did the distracting technique it absolutely needed to do. He fired at the clone first.
Mm-hmm. And then it was night-night, Cade. You look a little sleepy. Have a lay down. Odyssey ties us up.
Like we called out, I was thinking we were going to see Dokkaebi get banned here, but the team would rather not play against Nook. So I think it could be a good call if they had any sort of intel ahead of time that either of these teams was going to be heavy in Nook play. So seems like it's a good call, but wow, Dokkaebi so far has come through clutch.
Group B quite disastrous with their 3 kills early into the third round. 6 pick onto the sledge. We're gonna go back to just about the same setup with the addition of the Valkyrie. Didn't get to see any of her on the last map, so we'll see what she does for intel and not Weebs. 2 C4s on the defensive side of it, 2 sets of impacts as well. Plenty of pre-plant pick potential. Jeez, I'm trying to say that 5 times fast.
Pre-plant pick potential.
Pre-plant pick potential.
Moving you mag.
Gotta be the whiskey, right?
Yes, sir.
Speaking of whiskey, we like Yellowstone in our neck of the woods, so if anybody from the Yellowstone company takes a look at this, we're saluting you this evening for your affordability and great taste.
Let's go.
All right, so I like the alibi on the board, 3-2 on the KD, so she's already seen some action on the quick rotate. Valk also going to be delivering lots of intel with all those cameras that she's got placed around. Could be some potential for that C4 tomfoolery. And now our droning, sussing people out, is just about over. Looks like we got 8 already. Ooh, this is going to be explosive. Oh my, got the intel, knows that he's potentially about to get this huge push. Smoke taking a ton of damage, taking him down to a quarter health.
I'm reloading.
But he's still alive. Wamai getting his last little bit of discs out to hopefully save him from 4 nades that are probably going to be coming his way. Ouch, first one to lose her life, giving man advantage over to not Weebs. Minute 25 left, still on the board. Gets another one in that same spot. Thermite, you got caught twice. Don't do it again, baby. 5-3 now to not Weebs. Oh my lord, Dan is just going insane on it, but he does get flanked from behind, losing his life, but not without doing substantial damage. Valkyrie, here we go. The call goes out. Let's see if it gets it.
She moved just in time.
A great move. Ayana losing a ton of damage, but not before taking out the smoke as well. We are now into a 3v2, just inside of a minute left. Sledge is going to be taking the peek onto Attic. Takes a peek around, trying to... Oh, here we go. Trying to get that... Oh, and the Wamai saves his life. They now have Attic controls. They're going to start pushing in. Cade holding long angle from his door. 35 seconds left, and we're going to need to see that final push in, but they still got to deal with that Valkyrie below. Ooh, jeez. Ripped off the board. It's now on the shoulders of Soko.
Roth finishes it off.
Off that alibi out in the beginning. Having a great round.
That was another great round.
Round 3.
Back and forth.
You love to see it. I said the word war of attrition. I think that was the deal sealer, right? I think I guaranteed us 3 rounds of 15 each.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Oh my God. A little bit of trolling going back and forth in the chat.
Magnet activated.
Look at the amount of explosive potential on the defensive side of it. 3 C4s to potentially ring out and be devastating.
Plus 2 impacts. A lot of explosives there, for sure.
On the attack side of it, we got a 6 pick onto the Capitao, switches again to the Habana. I love when Capitao makes an appearance out. His 4 bolts of fire and smoke proving destruction to anybody camping in a corner or setting up for that pre-plant pick potential.
Well, and he got a buff here in the last season with extended time for both of his bolts, both the smokes and the fires, going for a little bit more time.
Speaking of recent buffs and nerfs that are going to be coming up, we have that smoke going to be losing his deployable shield. What the heck do you think about that one?
It's going to change up the playstyle for sure. I mean, that was... he's been a staple as part of the plant denial system that the defense uses. I mean, basically on every map, he's got utility that's important, and that holding that shield has been an important step. So the inclusion of this new observation blocking gadget is definitely going to completely change around the meta, I think.
Definitely excited to see how that gets utilized across the board. Mixed reactions on it so far, as it did just enter into the test server. But I'm looking to see all the potential that it brings. Goyo loses his life. Ayana taken down to a sliver. Main advantage now over to Odyssey. We are inside of 2 minutes, and she is taking quick peeks onto. Hoping to catch one, forgetting that she's there, maybe potentially on the quick peek, but nobody's going to play that game with her at this moment as they're focusing everywhere else. Confident to take that fight. Capcan holding the big rotate, potentially a huge late round play. Am I getting a little bit of damage done as well as he's trying to keep that pillar onto Ayana? Knows he had a couple of hits, trying to finish it off, but he's playing a dangerous game with that Jiggle Peek. Capcan does get downed, but not out. There it is! Pokeball! I choose you as Wamai throws his Pokeball deep on Diana, catching that kill, taking us into a 4v3. Needed that to stay alive in this last minute of play. Huge Valcams.
Wow, that Valcam with great placement tagged the entire team upstairs.
Oh my lord. C4 is primed and prepped, waiting for them to come in and risking that explosion as it rings out. So here we go. Valkyrie, primed, ready, wants it, begs them, come on in. The water ain't fine. We got 34 seconds left.
Peek it again.
There's
the drop.
Hubris. There we go. Drop is down. He heard it. Brings it out. C4 gets one. Now takes us down into a 3v1. Valkyrie, the only one left on the board, but she can do it. 16 seconds. All she's got to do is stop. Oh no, they don't even have the diffuser.
Oh, she just
Doesn't
had
matter,
to hide just long enough, but 1v1, it was close. If she had a sliver more life, that would have been it, but Dokkaebi again.
Huge play, heads up play on the Doke to clutch that round in the last few seconds of gameplay. Huge peeks that Valk had. Man, she was wanting that stare with the quick peeks back and forth. Does get one with that C4. I love a good boom play.
Well, both with Wamai holding that angle, Dan was holding that.
Defenders, protect your bombs from.
That was going to be a tough. That was going to be a tough peek for sure.
Didn't matter. They came out on top.
All right. Kitchen meeting. What do we got?
2-2, baby. Let's take it to the defense. You're going to be trying to stop that intel, man. Everybody is getting droned out. There is no lurk. Capcan was trying to hold the late flank on that last round and got spotted out, paid for it, and potentially was why the attacking team was able to get in, taking out that flank. They knew where everybody was at. Brought the mute along to try to stop some of that. Doubled up on that utility denial with the Wamai and the Jaeger, which is a good call because look at all that utility that they can bring out. Tons. They got 4 grenades in pocket, 4 sets of EMPs, 3 on the flashes. I think
heavy construction push. Definitely taking big tower here. Jaeger was playing in attic.
We might take a little bit of damage on the very first contest, but look at this double drone. They are really taking their time to suss out where everybody's at. And in doing so, we're able to take the Vigil off the board, follow quickly up with Dan falling off the board. Huge picks on both of those as they sit tied for top frag position. Now man advantage over to Odyssey. Could be getting themselves a chance to get 2 in a row. Dokkaebi, oh my lord, do you see that? Thermite's going to be breaching the round, but Jaeger is there ready to answer in case the need should arise. This is either going to work out really well. He could actually lose his life for that.
Wow!
Oh.
Deploying code.
There he goes. Got the flank now, but it does take him down into a 1v3.
He needed that pick. That was great that he finally got that one, but
Is it too little too late? Gets another one. Takes it now down to a 1v2. He's going to start on the rotate. He's got 1 minute and 29 seconds to hold off these two. Both of them, or no, only Sledge still has grenades, so they can't potentially take that from the long distance. Pushing down with the pistol. Looking for the cross. The cross is there. He's able to make his way up to it. Gets another one. Triple kill for Roth as he now sends himself into a 1v1 with a full minute left on the board. Braze with 1 grenade. He's in sight. He's going to plant deep back in the corner. Hopefully that sound call doesn't go out, but Roth is here. He's going to be taking the look. He knows he's going to be close. Plant does go down. Swings on it. Woo! Sledge coming out. The headshot victor on that one. Got himself the plant, readied himself up for the attack. Got him.
Great play by Sledge, using the nade to keep him away right at the beginning, keep him pushed back. Got the plant down. Got rid of the mute jammer to make sure that he was going to keep his hollow sight there, and took the gunfight and won.
That was a huge potential almost comeback. Jaeger, did he get a triple on that? Was that a triple or a quad, man? The guy was just all over the place hunting down for his ace.
Yes, he was.
Unfortunately, just did not have it that time. His Sledge knew where he was going to be coming from. There was only one direction. I love it.
Finally, we see a team take 2 in a row.
Odyssey now up 3-2, heading into round 6.
New camera feed up and running.
Let's go. Defensive side of it. Got the Malusi coming out. I hope with some of this,
10 seconds.
some of these electronic gadgets that we could potentially see a Brava pick, but she
5
is
seconds
still yet to be seen in any sort of play.
I think the observation blocker is going to be going to make playing Brava even a little bit more difficult, to be honest. I think she was a little bit too OP in ranked play. Even though she's not getting a lot of play in comp, I think the observation blocker is going to make that more difficult for her.
I think you're probably correct. With the new observation, for those who don't know, Jacob does fall huge pick, taking the Roth off the board. Observation blocker is going to stop any sort of intel drone tools for the attackers to be able to see through, making things like the Twitch drone and the Brava drone and the Forward drone a little tougher to use. Excited for some of the new gameplay coming up, especially for the new op with Fenrir and his Dread Mines. I can't wait to see the combo plays that pros are going to be bringing out to use for that. And we're just inside now of 2 minutes. Man advantage is sitting over on Odyssey, as Roth was taken off the board early. And that's what they were hoping for, right? They've got 2 rounds in a row. Now they have man advantage going into this round 6. They can rely on taking their time, get that trade out, and potentially see themselves. And here we go. As Thermite starts to make his push in from master bedroom. And Smoke coming out to do it again. No way does Thermite lose his life 3 times in a row in that same spot. Thermite!
That is the last time I'm playing that bedroom. Absolutely, if I'm
Oh my lord. What? He does get somebody does get the trade out, so the man advantage is even up. Double kill on the Smoke.
Dokkaebi did her job though. She picked up the defender cam, so now Valks is being used against her.
But it's going to be just a little too late, as we're now into a 3v1. Completely winnable, but Smoke doing his push again, trying to get that same sort of kill, but loses his life for his healer on that one. Shot through the floor. Good night. The call goes out. It was the easy pick at that point.
It was too long. I think if he had been just a little bit closer, Smoke Shotgun would have taken that fight, but here we are. He had to settle for reducing his health and letting a teammate get the kill.
3-3. Tied him up again. Let's go.
3-3. Okay, half. So now we're seeing the switch, and we're getting to see
Attackers need to locate
Odyssey
and defuse
on
as
the
many
defense
bombs
for the
as they
first
can.
time. And who did they bring?
On the defensive side of it, huge picks coming out. Love to see the Valkyrie force is going to be ever present with all of that intel going out. Got the mute to stop any of those drones coming in. Of course, the Jaeger, the state of the anti-util. The smoke with the smoke, and then, baby, the Lord himself, and what looks to be a roaming Tachanka.
A roaming Tachanka on their top frag from the last map. So he got some gun skill, won some fights, and is clearly very happy to be using that LMG.
No kidding. Huge pick with the SoCo. I gotta tell you, the thought of him running around with that LMG is terrifying. I'd be thinking twice about it if I was the attacking team, but look who they brought out to try to suss him out on that roaming Tachankas. We got the Jackal making a debut appearance for this match. We'll be trying to suss out any of that roam play that's going on. If you're just joining us, we just completed our first half of map number 2, tying us up 3-3 apiece. Not Weebs taking the first one, the first map in this best of 3 in our LLC Spring Confrontational. It's been some exciting Siege gameplay. Thank you to everybody that's stick around and watching how this story unfolds. And he's going to dole those out one by one. It's going to make a long time. He's going to have a lot of gadgets. Ash the first to fall. Huge pick as Dan is taken off the board. Man advantage going over to Odyssey. Open to trade out on that first entry. And here we go, as it does get traded out. Tachanka, getting shot down in his prime. But we are still trading back and forth. Now we're in inside of a minute and a half. Ace taking the battle into Armory. Peeks onto the side, peeks onto the right. Doesn't get it as he is tricked. Loses his life. We're now to a 2v3. Now into a 2v2 as we got a minute and 18 seconds left. Each person knows where they are. They're going to try to start swinging into that contest. Ayana going to be going for the big rotate, try to get around to right, help support Jackal in his push in.
Attackers have recovered their
Picked up the
diffuser.
case. Good call. Gonna need that thing.
Gonna need that.
Here we go. Try to get in, takes the gunfight. Misses it, gets up onto the table. Holy cow, Valk, last one alive. Plant is going down. And Valk is going to be ended. Greeting death as an old friend. The round is over.
Wow, nice flick there by Jackal. Roth having a great game.
Roth here to make a statement. And so does that not Weebs taking 2 back? We're now up 3.
Taking 2 back.
1-1, 1-1, 2-2.
So this one definitely a little bit more evenly matched here.
need to
Not
locate
seeing
and
that
defuse
standard 5-4-2 or defensive side. This is 50-50. Oregon is a map that everybody knows, everybody plays, has been in the competitive pool, and I think the teams play it a lot because it is such a 50-50 map.
Yep. Standard for scrims across the board. Everybody's got a strat for it. Doesn't matter if you're up top, you're on the first floor, or you take it down into the trenches down below. You can almost guarantee several spots where people are going to be hiding out. If you're up top, you're going to have somebody holding kids, somebody holding attic, somebody holding master bedroom, somebody potentially holding wife and one on the right. Right? It's going to be a similar setup almost anywhere you go. How you attack it, though, that's definitely where you get some of that fun variance. On the attacking side of it, we do see the Finka making them. Oh boy. Oh boy. Finka and the Blitz and the Lion and the Doke, we could be seeing something quick moving into the basement. I love seeing the Finka come out. We wait for that first Finka juice as the Blitz is going to be making his way up. And he is in. Going to already take it down on a 90, but he loses his life immediately. Odyssey getting the first pick for the entry. Finka falling quickly second behind, and things are rapidly deteriorating as the quick push is slowed down.
Trevi and Braze just held that cross, you know, Blitz couldn't deal with both sides. They went at the same time.
Drone out!
The peak. Lion got some. 90 is now free. But we're in a 4v2. And we are just now getting to our first minute of gameplay in round number 8. It's going to be a long way for the attacking team to come back, but he does get one.
Drones online.
That evened up man advantage. But they know where he's at. Jaeger loses his life now, too. Quickly trades out on the Dokkaebi and follows up with the Lion. And Odyssey is going to take
Both of those sides had some great gunplay there. Smoke taking some with Trev and Braze covering that angle on that main door. Definitely they realized it was going to be a quick push, but it was good gunplay on the side of Weebs as well, being able to, with that Lion taking a bunch of kills. So back and forth.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Pivotal. And I want to take the smoke off the shield, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. I was hoping to see a little bit more action out of that quick push, but Odyssey,
Bomb located by attackers.
Vega though going to stay on the board. A lot less present after she had her LNG, or after, not first specifically, after the LNG rework. Oh, and that was just a mind game as Jack with his 6 kick. Trying to make them think that something is going to be happening like that again, when in reality they're going to take it slow.
5 seconds.
They're going to try to suss him out. Dokkaebi also had Thermite on the 6 pick, taking us back into a pretty standard setup.
Playing an intel
One
game.
second, I'll be right back.
Playing an intel game here as they go back to first floor site. Dan has played this opening push in I think both maps as well, so seeing that Ash play, pushing very quickly into site. So they've got the shower. They've got the shower side here, pretty much taken over. So we've got Castle is still holding, but other than that, they've basically given up that whole side of the map.
How many people do we have in sight? Oh, taking a little bit of damage already, as they're making that initial push in.
Using Gemini.
I see you lurking.
Oh, so we do have a we do potentially upstairs, potentially downstairs, but we got 2 on the roam. Gonna be bringing in some of those late round flanks. Oh, Soko loses his life. Bray loses his life. Dokkaebi, the sneak, loses her life as well. Great bring out 4v3 as Cade now gets a ton of damage dealt to him. Oh man, the contest in the freezer goes in the direction of the not weak. We're now into a 4v2. Hooked with less than a quarter life left. This is going to be a tough take for the D.
Roth having another great game here. Oh, he saw him right on the corner there.
Oh, just missed out on that potential kill, but he goes back and gets it, but is traded out. Plant is now going down. Thermite takes it to 50. 25. That plant is going to be stuck. Attackers take it in that decisive victory.
Dan, great vertical play here, holding.
I want to see some more of that vertical play coming in that we saw on Chalet, proving to be quite detrimental.
The danger of first floor site not holding vertical.
Or losing that vertical. 5-4, not Weebs. We head into round numero 10.
It's time for Odyssey to pick it up here. This is it. It's not Weebs took the first. If they win the second map here, this is it. Best of 3 single elimination. So that would be knocking Odyssey out of the tournament if Weebs can take this.
Attackers have discovered the
potentially
location
2
of a bomb.
rounds away from not Weebs clutching it, but I don't think that Odyssey is going to go down that easy. Is Wasoko back onto that Tachanka? having a completely different round than his first one as he sits at that 3 at 8 on his KD. Gonna need to see him show up just a little bit more if Odyssey wants to keep themselves in the battle for the title of Spring Confrontational LLC Champion. Pretty standard setups on both sides. We've been seeing them all night, except for, of course, the Mav and the Buck. We start talking about that vertical control. And not Weebs is going to be the ones to try to utilize that. Opting for both the Sledge and the Buck.
Torch is ready.
Lots of intel coming out on the side of the defense. With the Valkyrie and her pivotal cans. What a hold as he's looking up into sight. Hoping to catch one on the rotate. Could be really sneaky. Fire ringing out. He gets trapped in the corner. Sheesh, Trevi taking a ton of damage. Now down to a sliver of health. Eventually losing his life. Giving man advantage over to not This is what they want. Odyssey needs to get a trade coming back forth, or coming back and keep themselves in it. But unfortunately, they're losing another one. Huge man advantage now over to not trying to secure themselves into a position to get that match point, but now they don't have it. We're evened up. The Valkyrie was taken down as well, so effectively we're in a 3v2 with a minute and a half still left on the board. Traded back again as we're now into a 2v2. You're gonna have to pull Saint out of there if you want to get into it. Sneaky might be the one to do it. Dan loses his life. It is now down to Sneaky. 1v1 misses the shotgun shot, takes us down to a 1v2. Sneaky versus Braze. Jaeger versus Dokkaebi. A flash goes out, takes a peek into Master. Rotating around into Kids. We're just not sure where that Jaeger is at. Does have the diffuser, so we could see the plan. We still got a minute left in gameplay, plenty of time to do it. So, starts to ring it out. At 50, doesn't stick it, gets off of the plant, hears him coming up. Woo!
They had that Val cam, so she got pinged. She knew exactly when it was that she got pinged.
We're in the 1v1 showdown here. Jaeger hears that plant going around, so he's coming around to try to...
She gonna stick it? She does.
She does stick it. We're now into a post-plant scenario, but Braze with the triple kill, saying no, sir. Evens us back up at 5-5. Let's go. It was a Wild West showdown and a Jaeger.
Defender mission successful.
Thinking cap on that one.
Wow. Great play by Jaeger. And really for the rest of the team, right, they were waiting to ping Dokkaebi until she got the plant down, so that way he knew exactly where she was as soon as the plant went down, and it caused her to pop up off and not finish the plant twice. So great play by the rest of the defensive team to help out there.
Yeah, real heads-up play, real teamwork, lots of communication going back and forth, and Jaeger gets to have that Odyssey dub, bringing us that much closer. 5-5.
Like you said, Odyssey is not ready to give up yet.
I love it. Back and forth. I mean, it's the ultimate ego check here. Who's going to be the first to give that up? Not Weebs taking map number 1. They got a lot to prove here. They can take the second one and end it right away. But it's still going to be a battle. Alibi and Mozzie brought out on the defensive side of it. Got some intel in both of them. Of course, Alibi with a huge rotate potential.
5 seconds remaining.
Obviously, it's smoke with a smoke. Ibana for the hatch play. Jackal for that roam sus. Do have the nades with Ayana. And that frag with Dan the man bringing Ash. Ash push.
We're not seeing any construction this time, so taking a completely different view with the junkyard side push to start with. So if the defense was waiting for them to go, you know, main door from construction, they're not going to see it this round. So a complete change up on the attacking side for the basement.
Well, that's what we've been seeing out of the Not Weebs. They seem to bring a plethora of multifaceted attack strategies. One works, they try it again, doesn't work, man, they got to back up in the pocket. Got to have that adaptability. Alibi, the first one to fall. Soko having not a great round not a great second map as he did in the first. Man advantage going over to not Weebs.
I see you lurking.
And sneaky. Being sneaky. Call goes out saying, hey, I'm on the hatch. Let's get rid of this cage trap, and they're going to need Dokkaebi to do it.
She's on her way.
And here she comes, Dokkaebi through the door. Here you go, Habizi. Let's get that hatch open. Vertical control, as we've been talking about it all night, now giving over to the Navi.
My assailant's waiting for you.
Woo! Ayana taking a ton of damage. Trying to beat down the shoot lead her life force. So we're now Man Advantage tied up. Smoke takes a ton of damage as Jackal goes down. So now Man Advantage takes over to Odyssey. 3v4, just inside of a minute and a half left. It's not looking great for the attackers as they got a strong hold set up inside of the basement and the freezer. But here
Attackers
we go.
have located
Dokkaebi's
a
gonna
bomb.
be taking that contest with K, trying to peek into laundry, catch herself a free pick, holding the long angle, swings, nothing there. Ivana with the swing also, and then Ash Course coming in for that top play. So we're seeing a spread out potential collapse onto site with 49 seconds. They know that Sneaky is now in freezer. Still trying to hold that long game. Bait somebody out. Ash. Oh.
Nice toss by Smoke there. Well played.
Trevi getting the double, taking us now into a 2v4. Freezer lost their life. Ash falls quickly behind it. Habana drops through the hatch, swings on it, gets a ton of damage dealt onto one, but it is not going to be enough as the swing comes through. Headshot! Good night.
Good night. SMG 11 for the win.
Devastating in close quarter combat. Rapid fire rate leads to a headshot, which does go into the favor of Odyssey. Match point to Odyssey. Here's where they could do. They need it. They got to secure this dub to put them away. Not Weebs wanting
Attackers
to take
need
it
to
to
locate
overtime
and
to
defuse
potentially
as many
finish
bombs as
out
they can.
this series. And look who's the human walking drone himself. Oh!
They are not, the Weebs are not ready to let this one go to map 3. They're going to use the mountain to push his way in on this first floor site.
They 6-pick out immediately onto the Osa, breaking my heart just a little bit. Probably one of my favorite players to watch.
10 seconds
As I
remaining.
fell in love early watching Geometrics with his Monty play, just devastating.
5 seconds remaining.
So it does get the 6-pick out onto the Osa as well as the Ash coming out. So they were showing the Monty, trying to give him a little bit of fear that the Mountain himself was going to be coming out. They don't. Exact same setup, except for we are bringing the castle out. Stop a little bit of that. Rotates coming in. No Habana to deal with that. No Sledge to deal with that. So we're going to be
Gonna
punching
rely
with our
on,
hand.
yep, or Ash. That's about all they can handle now.
He's got 4 and she's got 3. Somebody's going to have to hit it. Potentially. And here we are. Man, we are walking straight into sight. I mean, geez, Osa is
bomb
almost,
has
they've
been
almost
located.
got themselves B site control. Castle is still waiting in the insecurity there, taking a peek onto the door, but if he gets dealt with, they're going to open themselves right up. Osa putting her shield down and setting
Going for a kitchen plant.
Jackal falls. Huge pick as he's 13 and 10. Roth being wiped off the board, giving man advantage over to Odyssey, who's trying to put this one away. They're putting themselves in a good place to do it. On this best of 3, Odyssey needs this round to secure themselves another try at it. Phone call going out. Dokkaebi gonna be trying to suss him out, and here we go. Ayana with the big nade sends one to the back. Doesn't get anything out of it. Sends another one. Osa taking a ton of damage, taking herself down to half. Jaeger does fall.
Drop the bomb.
Oh, he missed. He missed. No, never mind. He did get her.
No, he got her. Let's go. But now we are tied up 3-3. Potentially, it's actually 2-3 as Osa is down. I don't know if she'll be recoverable or not, but they're going to need her for this push. Castle trying to take a look around. Find out where the heck that Osa went. It's going to sit behind the shield.
Yep, she's
And
rezzed,
a
though.
cheeky peek.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Let's see if that plays it. They're trying to find themselves away in the last 50 seconds to get down and get this plant down. Odyssey, 47 seconds away from securing themselves another chance, another map, a third in this best of 3. They gotta have it. Osa falls double kill with Saint, as now he's holding the angle. Doka B and Ash, it's all up to you to bring this back into contention. Odyssey wants to have another shot at this. They need 26 seconds left. Phone call goes out. Ouch! Woo! Jeez, Dokkaebi takes one, evening us up into 2v2. 17 seconds left on the board as they start to do their last little bit of a push-in. Kate holding the angle, finds one as he rips down Dokkaebi. Ash last left alive, 8 seconds. There's no way they're going to be able to get that plant down, and we are taking it all the way, baby! Odyssey with the huge comeback win for map number 2. And we're going the whole hog.
Wow. 1-1 on that map.
I love it.
Some huge frags on both sides.
This time, Odyssey being able to secure it with, man, they had 3 players in double digits. That's just huge, bro.
Wow.
Okay, we asked for it, and here we go. We're going to be heading to Clubhouse for map number 3. Give us a few while we set this up. We'll be right back. Ayo!
Let's go.
Welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players, to the final map in this week 1 opener between Not Weebs and Odyssey. One apiece on the maps, as Not Weebs took map number 1 with Chalet. Odyssey took map number 2 with Oregon, and now we head to the decider, Clubhouse. Map number 3. A nice big biker gang clubhouse. Also has a little bit of ties towards Bandit because he did some undercover work when he was trying to infiltrate the Hells Angels, which is where this map comes from. What do you think we're going to be seeing on those bands, baby?
There it is. We called it on after the first map. We were thinking for sure Dokubi's going to get banned on the second. She didn't. Was pivotal. Sneaky was all over. You can see that in the chat in game playing Dokubi. So not surprised to see her banned.
And of course the Solus. I don't think we're going to be seeing Solus get much gameplay. It hurts me too. Don't worry. Dokubi was pivotal on both sides, but Sneaky really just doing some really huge damage with her. Gets taken off.
Mira, Valkyrie, or Azami. Yeah.
Yep.
Not
Valkyrie
surprised.
Just a little bit too huge in this intel game that's going back and forth. Not surprised to see her taken off the board.
I think we were seeing. I think both teams want to play Azami here at on Rafters, right? I think that's why she probably didn't get banned, and they didn't want to deal with Valk on either side. So,
except
defenders, protect your bombs.
We don't see her.
Used by attackers.
She ain't here. Oh,
well,
of course.
They did go gym bedroom, so the Mira Castle
That would be
Bandit
quite
setup.
the extension, bro. Gym bedroom with a catwalk full, baby. Test that. You ain't ready for it.
Test us, you ain't ready for it.
So walk us through this defensive setup as it seems pretty standard. Talk to me like I just started the game.
Gym bedroom definitely started to become, I think, one of the more favorite sites here on Clubhouse, and the real pivotal piece that was added in is Castle picking up and holding both of the balcony windows. The door between the gym and jacuzzi breach. So pretty standard setup there, and I think we're seeing Mira play. Oh, I was thinking we were going to see Mira playing in the bathroom, but looks like they're doing an extension out into cash.
The classic extension. I'd like to see it, especially with that castle. And on that gym bedroom door, you strike it 8 times. That way you got yourself a quick rotate in case you do need to stop the plant going down. Jaeger, Dan the man getting swiped off the board, probably going for a little bit of a spawn peek, dies for his hubris, as we say, punished for his placement, giving man advantage over to Odyssey in this round 1. Left on the board. Lots of soft reach, lots of rotates. Going to be able to be made with that castle shotty. On the attacker side of it, double hard breach, so you're going to be able to push from both directions. You like to see a cash take. You like to see a cash take. Is he doing both at the same time?
It appears as though
That man is amazing. What a Thatcher king. You leave him on the board, he's going to get used. Frost ultimately does pay with her life as Sneaky gets taken down. Half left on the board. Double breach is what I was going to say. Is going to allow you to open up your cache and also get the main breach on Hot Tub open, potentially onto Logi if there's somebody holding it, like that pesky little mirror. Ace will allow you to throw your summon charge on it from a distance and clear that out with great
Bomb located by
efficiency.
attackers.
Ayana taking a peek in from red.
and Frost claiming a victim.
First one of the round. Ayana does get down. Ace taking a ton of damage as well, but it's actually now down into a potential 4v2, leaving Castle and Mira to do all of the dirty work. But Mira says, not for me, as she gets taken out. Castle follows close behind in this flawless round. No deaths. What? Just about a death. One down, but not out. It's that frost trap. Did catch one. Odyssey taking round number 1.
Almost won. Almost got their one death, but no, they get, with the pickup of Ayana, they got to keep their flawless round, and great round by Odyssey there.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
Big,
attackers.
big round coming out of them. They take that first. First one, let's see if not Weebs can stick to what history has shown us and follow it up with a dub in their favor. Malusi coming out. Got those, for those of you who don't know or are new to Siege, Malusi has her Banshee traps to put out a sonic wave that will slow you down and disorient you as you try to make your final push in. Armored until opened up, and then of course you can shoot them with a bullet.
10 seconds remaining.
Takes a lot of util to get those off the board. She does come with 3 of them.
5 seconds
Vigil
left.
also making his way into Clubhouse. Be huge on that
Attackers are
roam.
moving out to locate a bomb and defuse
And
it.
on the attacking side of it, we're going to see something that I kind of knew was going to happen. We all knew was going to happen. They go downstairs. It's been the theme of the night. We're going to see some real plays for verticality here with the buck and the sledge both coming in. What that did do, however, was took one of their hard breaches off the board. So they are left with only Ace, and with Ivana being taken off the board as well in the early ban, op bans, that means that he has to be super precise, as it does take 2 of his Ace charges to get through one hatch. He's going to have to pick it, decide which one he wants, and if he doesn't get it on try number 1, could prove to be disastrous. Ying loses her life. Thatcher follows quickly behind. His main advantage gets over to not Weebs. A quick trade out on the Vigil.
I was just about to say the only other option they had was the can openers on both Buck and Ying, but Ying was taken down before she had a chance to use either of them, so now they've really got to be careful if they're going to go for hatches.
Yep. 3-3, as we're all tied up just inside of 2. Seems to be a reoccurring pattern. The doubles ringing out the system all the time. This is a masterclass in it. You're seeing the double trade going back and forth. You almost have to run with 3. 1 to clean up when everybody else has fallen. I love it. That's what you got when you got a competition team playing together. You're going to end yourselves in similar situations to this 3v3, which my prediction will turn into a 2v2, which will turn into a 1v1 with not Weebs taking this round. I mean, if we're just basing it off all of the other gameplay we've seen so far. Buck taking a peek down into blue.
Which we have seen a lot of gameplay so far. And thanks, Lullaby, for giving us a Siege Tales quack, man.
Hey, really appreciate that. Use some bits up.
Closing a front.
Whack. So here we go. Sledge got his grenades kind of clear out that pillar area. Going to be going to try to allow Sledge or holding that area to come on down. But Malusi holding tough, waiting for that hatch drop. Smoke does go out with his canister, leaving him 2 left. We're 40 seconds left here. 3v3. We're going to see this final push and prodding. Smoke holding a dirty angle, a little rat angle on the hole, hoping to catch somebody sneakily. And Ace going to be taking that push in dirt. We have got 23 seconds left. Sledge has the diffuser. Going to need to make his way to push in, but that Malusi's going to reveal his location. So now they know where he's at. Going to allow them to get some sort of swing. He gets the swing instead. Taking one off the board. Cade gets a ton of damage dealt on him as Malusi falls as well. Defenders take that one in a tidy cleanup.
Wow. I'm thinking Malusi may not have been able to hear. The trap went off. Ace was able to shoot it and walk around the corner. Like maybe there was an issue with audio.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there because that was just about right in her face. Does walk away with the victory from that.
Defenders
sir,
locate
1-1.
bombs from being defused by attackers.
Didn't quite play out the way that I called it, but it was pretty damn.
Similar defensive setup, bringing a Rooney to Dan playing a Rooney to alter it up a little bit.
So we've got the Bandit, the
Attackers
Mira,
are
the
located
Castle, Frost, and the Aruni. Aruni has those gates that will be stopping any sort of entry in without taking a little bit of damage or revealing that sound cue. Really want to see this Bravo come out somewhere, especially with the Aruni on the board. I recall a time we were playing ranked. and
Attackers
you
are heading out to
every
defuse a
single
bomb.
Aruni gate. Bravo could be so huge for all of those electronic devices. Let's see her come out.
Might as well make her ours.
Yep, that's true. On the attacking side of it, 2 hard breaches in the Thermite and the Ace. Thatcher, of course, if he's left on the board, we're going to use him. And 4 sets of nades in pocket with the Ayana and the Sledge. Talk me through it. What do we got here?
I mean, most of the team holding here on the main floor, do not have really any presence below. Going to be Bandit tricking the wall here, and Thermite knows it. Waiting for Thatcher to get over there and maybe assist.
Potentially assist, but instead they're going to go over to the construction side. Took a little bit of damage as he goes a bit early on that. Ayana losing her life again. Now taking us to a 5-4. Early pick. But it is straightened out as the Aruni falls quickly behind Dan the Man. Seems like he had a failed plan as he dies, evening up man advantage across the board. They do have construction open, and they do still have hard breaches. Going to be taking another look at that hot tub, I imagine. Somebody get onto highway, hold the angle, try to keep the Bandit off of it.
Oh, wow. They had intel on Mira, but she won that gunfight. Absolutely fried him.
Aim lab pays off as Mira smokes the Sledge. Evened up, of course, as Castle falls now as well. We're into a 3v3.
Activated device.
Bandit still has that C4 on the board as well, so it could be devastating as that rings out. As we've seen a ton, just an absolute ton of C4 play tonight. Just over a minute left. We're going to see a similar theme as the 3v3 is going to push in. Early picks on both sides. Ace losing his life now, taking man advantage over to the not Weebs, but Frost paying a heavy price for it as she takes some damage. Pushing in on that shield. Also trying to hold the flank. Frost does eventually lose her life, sitting us into a 2v2. Thermite taking that damage as well.
Bomb diffuser.
C4 was thrown out, but didn't get any joy. 2v1 now as Mira and Bandit to hold off this Thatcher in the last 30 seconds. He's going to try for a Logi rotate. Swinging around, trying to get the quiet. Pre-fires onto the corner, but nobody's there to receive those bullets. Holding the head high. He's got good reticle discipline. Let's see if it's enough in these last 18 seconds. I don't know that he has
seconds
a
to go.
diffuser.
Oh, baited with the knife.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. 10 seconds to go.
Jeez. And the
Plant
plant
is
goes
going
down.
up.
Or is going down. He's at 50. He's at 25. Gonna take the shot in. Boy,
Wow.
that was almost... Did we not see that exact play yesterday? The
Basically-
baited knife for the shot to take in and stop the diffuser as he's got 25% left to go down. I mean, deja freaking vu, man.
The only difference was the attacker was on the other side of the table propped up against the bed, so was able to dodge the shot, come around and take the win. This one played out just a little bit differently.
Yeah, same scenario. You see it across the board. It's going to play out. You start to see the
Defenders
reoccurring
protect your
patterns.
bombs from being
This
defused
one,
by attackers.
unfortunately, he had to get in and plant quick, and he still had to contest with that angle with bathroom being opened up. Bandit in a great place to stop that plant going down, and he does, as Not Weebs takes round number 3. There she is. Azame making her appearance tonight, finally, as they do a CCTV and Castle. You see in her hold onto the catwalk. If you're new to Siege, Azami is one of the newest operators being brought to the lineup, and she brings these hardened Kiva berries. She is able to throw and make barricades, allowing her to have protection, cover, concealment, and tons of extra cheeky, peeky angles. Malusi
Waiting for them to
already
shoot out the
outside
cam.
the cannon. And the cannon goes, takes the peek out. Fries doesn't get anything, returns back inside. Just gonna leave that door open.
Yeah, I think the attackers knew that something like that was going to happen. They waited, didn't push it too quick. It really worked out in her favor, or in the attacker's favor in this case. Knew Dan was going to play aggressive.
Dan's gonna do what Dan does, and his plan didn't quite come to fulfillment, but everybody's still alive, so the potential for power plays is present. Why do I love the letter P so much? Malusi taking a little bit of damage, but not before Sledge gets taken off the board. Man advantage over to not Weebs. And a good start for their round number 4. Got that early pick. Huge on with the nades as well, so it's going to be... But they did get the wall open. So, not going to be able to do any sort of tricking. So they can't anyways, because there's no breach denial on the map.
They were gonna let it be open, no problem, and just stick with holding instead. That drone toss, wow.
And it doesn't make it.
Activating Selma sequence.
I still liked it. I was a fan.
Me too. Oh yeah, no. I mean, we're gonna give him 7 points for style at the very minimum. Jaeger taking off the board, evening up man advantage, but there is a trade on the Thatcher as he goes down. We're now into a 4v3, just outside of a minute. Ayana got cooking the grenade, sends it in, doesn't get one, but and does take away the location. Azami quick peeking on the window, trying to hold both directions. And doing a fairly good job at it at this point. Ayana goes down, now taking us into a 4v2. Not Weebs looking to bring their lead just a little bit farther here. Smoke taking a little bit of damage, but not before Thatcher ripped off the board. It all rests onto the shoulders of the ace. As he's got to push in for construction. It's a tough spot, and he's not able to do it this time.
Yeah.
Another round.
Dan saw the ace charge come out and knew exactly where he was, knew he had to peek it and wait. Just too many people in cash. It was going to be hard for Ace to make that push.
So we talk about score lines all the time, right? And the one that you kind of hope for if you're not having a completely even round is getting yourself into a 4-2 split. And on the side of the defense being a stronger defensive side of that, if we find ourselves in that 4-2 split, Odyssey has a great chance to come back on their defensive hold of it. Not Weebs really looking to get that 5-1 split going into the attack, as they know that Odyssey's going to be playing really aggressively on their defensive side of it. Still potential for Odyssey to tie it up into the 3-3 for the split. We'll see how it plays out. Ella coming out. Rock on the Ella.
Covering all the hatches.
10 seconds left before insertion. 5
So
seconds
they're going
left
to
before
use
insertion.
K to electrify all of the hatches, I'm guessing here.
Attackers
I
objective
imagine
to
so.
locate a
Gonna
bomb
give
and
dirt away
defuse.
for free. Try to make sure that they have enough time with all the hatches. There is no Habana, so they do have the Maverick. Maverick's going to be their breach with his flame-cutting torch. Of course, they do have the buck with the canopers. Lots of damage just done onto the Mozzie there as he tries to take a peek on the spawn, but it's a little late for that one. 30 seconds has already been into this map.
Hoping to catch him on a late push there.
The Mozzie drone taking a peek onto Maverick as he's watching for the food to get up there and hopefully open up the soft breach. Holding down on Red's got a good angle there. Almost could have had it if Nope hadn't moved off to the right at the last second. That's just good game sense, knowing that push is potentially going to be coming from there. Going to try to hold on to a catwalk peek. Sits inside. Motorcycle trying Trying to catch him a little. Trying to catch him with a free one. Hold him on, and he's going to rotate out and get down into sight. It's a good turtle back down. Push is coming. They did a really good job of holding off a lot of time there, taking us inside of 2 minutes.
The attackers are basically all still focused on the second floor, have not really even made the push down to first floor yet, so they got their work cut out of them.
Verticality being such a huge issue, especially on Oregon, opening up all that basement site. They really have to make sure that they've got total control, or they're going to find themselves in one of those late round flanks that has proved to be so devastating prior.
Right on Oregon for sure, but what do you think about Clubhouse?
I mean, Clubhouse, you're downstairs. You're opening up that whole hallway, right? You open up kitchen, you open up hallway. You've got access into both sides from the top. And with Buck holding up there, plenty of grenades still in hand to deal that devastation. There's plenty of verticality here. And as we talk about it, Buck's going to start opening up hallway, trying to get a look in. Takes a pre-fire onto the main stair. Noah Bell going to get a can opener. Oh, look at this. Holding the angle down, trying to catch a free one as the nav is starting to open up Moto Hatch. Now, with 40 seconds left on the board, I mean, we are still 5-5. I'm not going to be able to call these out as these trades start going out. We're going to see that final push going in. They poke, they prod it, they look for the soft spot. And Mab, with the hot drop into sight, going to be trying to hold the angle as people are going to be starting to come down and be able to take on Church Hall. Smoke goes out. 5 doors in the ball early as Sophia, Vigil, Smoke all fall off the floor quickly, taking us into a 2v2. It's going into a quick sort of plant. Plant is going down. Sophia got it at 25, 50, 75. Doesn't get the plant down. Attackers do win it out on the trade through. It was a huge explosive drop through, and they proved to just fight that out better.
Wow. Like you said, we were going to get to that point where we were not going to be able to call it fast enough there.
And we didn't, man. It was just a slew of picks. Came out given that 5-2 advantage. Easy to get the plant to start to go down, but he didn't want to get that plant down. He wanted to get a piece of that pick himself.
3-2
for Odyssey.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And here we go. Odyssey coming right back into it. I love it. Same exact hold, except for they do bring the ace out on the 6th pick. On the defensive side of it, we got it going a little bit more trap heavy. Capcan makes his way out. Legion makes his way out with those glue mines. Alibi with those deceptive little clones. A favorite of mine as of late. I love when the enemy walks past me thinking they're alone. It leads to a lot of the knife kills that I
10 seconds.
More 6 picks coming out as the Thatcher and the Thermite make it onto the board as well.
5 seconds to go.
As we're going all the way back down, the Sledge and the Buck going to stay on trying to get that third verticality. And if you're just joining us right now, I see a little bit in the chat. We are sitting at tied up, 1 map apiece. Not Weebs takes map number 1 with Chalet. Odyssey takes map number 2 with Oregon, and we are in the Clubhouse decider. Not Weebs temporarily with the advantage, but it has been back and forth all night long. So we're still not even sure, like, where. I can't call it. I can't call who's going to have it, right? Every single round is explosive in a different way, and it just speaks to the adaptability of these comp level teams and the IGLing that's going in these games. Wish I could hear those calls.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Closely guarded secret, not for the eye or ears of the talent. I guess I did say see those comms, didn't I? No. Not for us to get, as it's got those trade secrets. Potential.
Still seeing that top floor push. They're going to make sure that the whole top floor is clear. Watch out for the Capcan traps before they start pushing down. Yep.
Worked for the last one, even though it did come down to like the last 20 seconds for that push in. The collapse was huge. It was a massive collapse on the site, and they proved overwhelming in their gun force. Just not ready for it. Weebs side.
Oh,
my God.
Did he get it? Did he get it? Oh.
Nope. He didn't get it. What a coming to a ranked round near you is Cade tricking from underneath. Boy, it was beautiful. Maverick taking a ton of damage. He's going to start trying to open up the other hatch. Boy, that was beautiful.
That
Oh, wait,
was
now
that
getting opened up. Go ahead.
jumping up on the boxes to be so close to be able to grab and try and trick with Cade there was priceless. I mean, we've seen it happen a couple times in these rounds. But that was well executed by Sneaky there. It just couldn't make it work here, but wow, what a great try.
Masterclass in Cade tricking. Not something you see too often, but it was done well. Alibi the first to fall. On the defensive side of it, we're now evened up. Man advantage across the board. 4-4. With 26 seconds left, we're going to see that big push. No canisters go out. Zofia drops, and she's taken out immediately. Man advantage now goes over to not Weebs. As we're into a 4v3. 15 seconds left. And 8 holding the angle. Legion falls down to a 3v3. Saint gets a triple kill, really making a name for himself. Buck goes down. Maverick is the last alive. Not going to be able to do anything about the revive.
Dan was able to take it.
Death by goo mine. Did you see the symbol?
No, I missed it.
The man was gooed to death. That's unfortunate. Oh, death by goo.
There is the
Lord.
4-2 half on the defensive side, and we switch.
Yep. Now, not Weeb's going to be taking a look at their attacker side of it. Nook going to be finally being able to be seen
Attackers need to locate and defuse
in this
the
match. Grenades in his pocket. Of course, he's got that intel to stay off the intel resistant abilities. And we're going to
Bomb
see a
located by
gym
attackers.
bedroom, which seems to be, you know, the pattern. First sight hold now. If you're about Siege, you know that CCTV and cache is the easy site. Everybody got the strat for it. Now everybody's doing the same sort of strat on gym bedroom, but it's a little tougher to take attack-wise.
Also, we're seeing Nook come out, replacing Dokubi. Nook had been banned the first 2 maps. Now we saw it.
Attackers are heading out. to
Dokubi
defuse the
banned,
bomb.
so Nook was available here.
4 sets of grenades on the attack with Nook and Ayana. 2 of the hard breach. It's almost the exact same setup as their enemies. With the, of course, actually Nook being the difference there. On the defensive side of it, we do got some traps in the frost, the ever-present and looming danger. Stepping into a bear trap. Really happy as a frost main to see that rework pushed back just a little bit. I was excited at first for a frost main, but I also forgot that I played frost so much. So now I'm less happy about it.
We're gonna have to see what level of bloody trail her victims leave behind. They really wanted to play up that huntress version of her as a character, so we'll see. I mean, it may be just painfully obvious to see exactly where you go when you get out of the frost mat. So we'll see. It could be interesting.
I bet it takes on that form of like a Legion Gumai. You know, you got that damage. Although you probably won't be able to take it out like you do the Gumai. So. Ayana the first to be taken off the board.
I think we're gonna be able to see the blood trail wherever that operator goes after being pulled out of the map.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Well, no, I know you're right. I know that is the case. I just wonder what
we'll see how it's actually implemented.
That's true. Could be changing all the way up to it. Castle does lose his life in the contest. Ace following quickly behind it, and Smoke following quickly behind that. And now Thatcher taken off the board as well. Now we're into a 2v2. This is the last minute and 15 seconds is on the board. Well, mine taking a little bit of damage as well. As now the Nook falls, taking us into a 2v1. A minute left on the board, and it all falls onto the shoulders of the Thatcher. But it isn't going to be enough, as Odyssey's going to secure their first defensive round.
Yeah.
Hey, yo!
Let's go.
Sheesh.
Stuck trying to walk through, he was able to get into bathroom, but I don't think he knew that the player was hiding in the gym, so...
Oh my lord. We did it. Oh my gosh. I just want to say a special and huge shout out and thank you to everybody who has followed our
Attackers
stream.
need to locate
We
and
did
defuse as
reach
many
that
bombs as
100
they
follower
can.
mark, and just completely blown away at all the support that we've received from the Siege community. What that does mean, you can look for in our next stream. We'll talk about the newest one-person tournament gauntlet that we will be releasing, a winner-take-all type tournament. You haven't seen it before. It's coming from Siege DoubleShot. We hit our 100 mark, so get ready for that coming up soon. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed to our channel and helped our
10
stream
seconds
get
to
to the
go.
point that it is. Thank you to the LLC for letting us post this. Man,
5
what a
seconds
red
left.
letter day.
Definitely the
Attackers
leagues
are
that
moving
we've
out to
gotten
locate
to
a
be a
bomb
part
and
of, the GNL, LLC, the OCS Major. It's really been a great run. Appreciate all the support from fans of Siege DoubleShot, the game itself.
You hate to love it. And here we all are together. What a great community. And so here we are, heading in to round number 8. Odyssey down by 1 round. On the attacker side of it, we do have the Nook being brought again. Buck for that verticality. Ash is going to be on that soft breach and early entry frag potential. And Mav replacing the Habana for hatch play.
Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
On the defensive side of it, a zombie making an appearance for Odyssey. Going to see a lot of that cheeky peeky type hold. Mav doing a huge push now into dirt.
Attackers have located
Really
the bomb.
fast. First minute, he's going to be taking a look. So they, oh my God, they don't know he's there. He's going to get himself a free pick. Taking another, oh my Lord, taking another look at it. Ayana already
Smoke
falls.
is watching though. He knows something's up.
He heard that drone behind him, I think. Mav going to be retreating
Attackers have
way
recovered
out.
the diffuser.
As Buck also loses his life now, giving man advantage over to Odyssey in this 5v3. Excuse me, 4v3. As the zombie is taken off the board. Bray's having a pretty big game at that 8 and 6 level, but Saint still here to make a difference with his 10 and 4, saying, come test it. Come try it.
You know, the amazing thing here is when we look at the score lines, and we'll talk about them after the match is over, but you had different players on each map stepping up and being the top frag. That means you've got great players on both teams across the whole lineup, right? We're not seeing one top frag in every game. It's been a different one every map.
And yeah, it speaks to the adaptability of each team. Dan with the triple kill takes us now down into a 2. Holding on to blue.
Quad.
Dan with the quad kill, looking to get that ace, pushes in onto site, looking for the last one, wants to get it as the plant is going down with Maverick. He's going to be holding on to that cross angle. No idea where he's at. Takes a shot, but goes down instead. Mav is going to get that plant down, so Goyo's going to have to come down. If anybody can save this round, it's Saint. He does get that, finishes up that kill on Mav. He's looking at that cross angle across, knows he's there, takes a pre-fire through it. Hoping to catch him on the back. Gets him! Triple for Saint! Saves the round! Ooh-wee, Odyssey bringing us right back into this 4-4.
Defenders
Jeez, chat, give me a sheesh!
Bomb defusing attempt failed. Defenders win.
Dan and Saint just back and forth, a 4K there, and then Saint winning it. Wow, what a great round on both sides.
Like we're speaking to this competitive play. You just lights out Siege on both sides, and you just can't call it. It can be a 2v5 still left, and it's going to end up in a 1v1 showdown almost every freaking round. I love it. I freaking love it.
Attackers need to locate
I
and
thought we
here
were
we
going
are
to get to
again.
see a Dan ace. It was close.
This is real close. It's real close. No, here we are. Tied back up again. 4-4. Look at those kills. 13 and 4. Saint with a huge round. Dan with that 11 and 6. Man, could you imagine him doing that? Not today, Satan, says Saint. Getting off the devil and winning that round.
Base device. 10 seconds left.
And we're into round number 9.
5 seconds.
Well, I don't know if we take it the whole way. I said it, I wanted it, and here we are.
Attackers must locate and defuse the
Back
bomb.
and forth. It doesn't matter who takes what. 1 round, 2 rounds. We're playing this out, baby. On the attacking side of it, Osam coming out to make her appearance. And that's now in the form of Bandit. Already, Wamai taking a little bit of damage as he takes a peek off highway. Trying to hit onto that sledge. He does get a little bit of damage, and they're going to start squaring off. The long battle. Nice little hold on red as Bandit's going to try to do some bandit tricking. We do have some grenades to try to stop that. 4.
Attackers have located a bomb.
EMP does go out. The second one goes out. He doesn't actually get it. Now, the second one goes out, but unfortunately, if they're tricking it, which they did, they're not going to be able to get that wall open. Bandit taking a little bit of damage. Excuse me. Bandit taking a ton of freaking damage and loses his life. Ultimately, they're not going to be able to trick it. But the EMPs are also gone, so they're going to have to take those bandit charges from the window. Frost's not going to be able to do it as she is traded back up, and we're now even into 4-4, just inside of 2 minutes left on the board.
Oh, wow, they got it. Nade from below.
That'll do it. That will do it. Thermite gets that open as we're now down into a 3v3 as trades ring across the board. Taking a peek onto Catwalk. Somebody's rotating back through. Safe gets a double, but it is evened up again as now we're down into a 2v2. Smoke canisters are ringing out. He's still got 2 of them left for this last minute and a half push. A zombie's a good one to have on it. He's going to be taking a look into the window as another canister goes out, leaving 1 left. He's got the grenade. Primes it, but it's taken by the Jaegers. Primes a second one, not going to use it. Thatcher does fall, taking us now down into a 1v2. It's all resting on the sledge's shoulders, and he's going to take it into a construction push. Takes a swing onto it, gets it. Now we're down into the similar stage of a 1v1. Knows that he's on Catwalk, but he doesn't have the diffuser. He's going to go have to rescue that thing, knowing that it's being watched from the Catwalk. A zombie is in low health, but enough to do it for this last 30-second push. Kind of a role reversal here. A zombie, you know you're defending, right? Inside. Here we go, taking a peek on red as Sneaky. Got to get out onto the breach to find it. 20 seconds. Last engagement's going to be coming through.
Doesn't know where that prox mine is.
Remaining.
And the grenade goes out. The zombie takes a push. Bullets are ringing out. 9 seconds. He did get the diffuser, but it's not enough. A zombie. Odyssey. Taking up. Round 9. 5-4. Odyssey taking the lead back from not Weebs. We are smashing back and forth.
3 in a row, though. 3 in a row on the Odyssey side. But not entirely surprising because we did see a 4-2 half defensive. So here Odyssey is on the defensive half.
Attackers need to locate.
So
and
did
defuse
not
bombs.
Weebs took 3 in a row on their defense, and Odyssey answered back with 3. Yep.
Back up to gym bedroom.
Bring out the castle, baby. Bring out the castle. Bring out the Smira. Okay. Oh Lord. Bring out the Mira. We've got a gym and bedroom hold. Time to get your workout on. Hope your legs are filling up to it. Hope the core is strong of Odyssey.
10 seconds left.
As they attempt to stop, not Weebs evening us back up. Lion coming out onto the map as well with that intel.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Suss out any of those lurkers around the board. There's promises to be plenty of that. 4 sets of grenades in pocket with that sledge and the Icona. Other than that, we're looking at a pretty similar setup to what we've been seeing.
Big west side push. I'm definitely going to be shooting for that jacuzzi wall.
They didn't bring out the double hard breach that you come to expect from a gym bedroom push, but maybe they don't need it.
Special charge.
Doesn't appear that they do. I mean, there's no breach denial here, so they're gonna let them take that.
Oh, and they huge push in onto it immediately. Oh my lord! Smacking that one by. Huge quick play as the Lion ring does go out. Lion does get taken down, but we're now to 5v2 as the huge, quick, explosive play of the attackers comes in. They now have bathroom. They got site control. It's going to be a tough retake for the Mira as she stands alone in this 4v1.
Changing mags.
Where is she at? She's looking down on the stairs. No chance to go get this Jaeger.
Rotate? Yes, rotate. C4?
Oh
Wow.
my lord. Sends one, gets it. Oh my lord, stops the plant, baby. 3-2. Now pushing up the stairs into the retake, minute and a half. Plenty of time. They know she's going to be coming up from this back, so they're going to be holding that angle on it. Now Sledge is coming in, sneaking to try to get that plant down. We're looking in a similar situation. He's going to have to peek on to that plant spot to stop it, but it's not going to do it. Now into a 3v1 retake scenario as Jaeger finally gets his life lost. Attackers take it. And a great, huge explosive round by the attackers to bring not Weebs right back into it.
Wow.
Swoosh!
That C4 was absolutely clutch, but the attacking team knew she only had one and was going to have to come back up those stairs, so even giving away one at that point wasn't the end of the world and didn't cost them the round. 5-5.
Hold that crossfire, Amp. Let's go. Let's
Defenders,
freaking
protect your
go.
bombs
Round
so you can
11, and we are
attack.
back and forth as we're tied up again. A real slobber knocker there, just raining close. I love it. What did I call it on the last stream? It's a back and forth of the up and down.
There we go.
Yep, no matter
Back
where you are,
downstairs.
there you are. And here we are, back downstairs. Round 11.
Interesting.
It out in this spring confrontation.
They've got the moto hatches open. I don't know
10
if that
seconds
was a
remaining.
mistake or intentional, but with moto hatch
seconds
open,
remaining.
there's no way to deny it at all.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and
on
defuse it.
purpose. You're gonna have to really rely on your verticality play. I wonder if we're gonna be seeing somebody a little bit higher up on the third floor that they're gonna have to deal with. Ying making her way on the board with those 4 candelas. Map gonna be brought for the hatches, although one of them, like I said, is already open. I can't wrap my head around that one. Why would you do that on a basement hold? I guess we'll find out. Could be something
will.
insane. Yep. Finger on the pulse on this comp scene. They get the newest strats right out the gate as they come straight from the IGL and coach's head. Right off the paper and into play. It's been so fun about
attackers
it.
bomb capture has
We're able
dropped.
to watch these metas switch back and forth as they're happening in the comp scene. It seems to be a very like hive-like mentality when they start. Oh, and this is going to be some vertical from underneath, and already Mira bringing out her C4. Ying takes a ton of damage. Alibi also taking a ton of damage. Still into a 5v5 inside of 2 minutes. We're going to see another.
Attackers have recovered their
Ayana taking taking a ton of damage as she goes down to the sliver, and Azami falls off the board. Huge pick for them. Early round pick with Braze being 11-8. Need to feel a little bit more
Wow.
comfortable with him not being able to play.
This rotate from Alibi. We just watched her cross the entire map.
Swapping mags. Drones up and
3-floor rotate.
3-floor rotate. They do get the trade on the Mav.
A bomb has been
4v4
located.
inside of a minute and a half. You're gonna start taking a look downstairs.
Attackers
Jack will try to
recovered the
suss out
diffuser.
any of that roam going on. But I think pretty much people are back to sight. Right? Did we turtle down? Did we bunker up
Attackers
yet
dropped the
for this
bomb
last
diffuser.
minute?
We sure did. All 4
Yep.
players downstairs.
Attackers recovered
Yep,
the bomb
all 4.
diffuser.
So Jackal gonna be needing to start to push down. Although he does have to be sure, of course, that he's going to get flanked upon. And here we go. Ayana going to be seeing that contest on the Goyo. She's making her way down there. But Smoke is also watching that hatch. Could get a potential free pick on the Goyos. He's going to start to go in and swing it. Knows that he's there. Takes Ayana off the board as Saint gets a double.
Oh, wow. The upstairs holding the hatch didn't quite catch him. But now he's stuck in dirt.
Not going to be able to move, but Smoke is still there to deal out that damage as well. King does fall and is taken down. Quickly traded. Oh my lord.
Speaking of quickly traded. Speaking of quickly traded, there it goes. We are at match point.
Match point to Odyssey. You've been with us for 2 hours and 54 minutes of back and forth siege play, and now Odyssey is at the point where they could tuck this baby away. Taking Not Weebs out of the Spring
Defenders, protect your
Confrontational,
bombs from being
but
defused
not
by attackers.
if Not Weebs has anything to say about it. History is shown. We're going to back and forth. Not Weebs going to be taking this next round.
They would
If
match
not,
4-2, just like they did on the previous two maps. So this is not only match point, map point, series point, as we are on map 3.
For all the bragging rights of the
10
LLC
seconds.
Spring Confrontational, does Not Weebs have what it takes to take
5
this
seconds.
baby into OT? Or is Odyssey gonna prove the victor in this dominant
Attackers are heading out
series
to defuse a bomb.
and move on in the next round? Where we at?
Well, seeing mostly a warehouse side push.
Surprised we don't see a Monty come in for this gym bedroom play. I've seen it a lot, and I've seen it really a lot recently in a lot of the ranked rounds we've been playing. That Monty, Shark Jesus, for example, the Monty pushing up on that catwalk and just being a menace to push in allows them to get that full topside control and have a shield as they're pushing into that gym bedroom. Once they get the hot tub open, then it's a collapsible attack, pushing them in. Sad we haven't seen any Monty play in Clubhouse just yet, as it's become a staple.
Well, it's become a staple in the pro scene where you had a lot of Brazilian influence. It seemed like the Brazilian teams played and banned Monty much more often because they were comfortable with using him on the attack frequently. So as the Brazilian teams, win more, gain more influence, which based on the Copenhagen Major, that's exactly what we saw. We may see more Monty play feed into the regular comp scene.
Fingers crossed, the mountain, the walking drone, makes for some exciting siege play. First of all is Jaeger, had quickly traded by Ash, giving us to a 4v4 just inside of a minute and a half. Live quickly following. I just want to point out, taking Saints off the board is huge because he's 18 and 8. Not Weebs needing those picks, gets them. So now we're into a 4v2 with a minute left. They still got to do that push. They still got to fight Argomazi. They still got to get into the bedroom. It's going to be proven difficult as Jackal does fall, taking us now into a 3v2 with a minute. C4 rings out onto the stairs, doesn't get anybody.
Still got to take care of Braze on Mira there at 12, 8, and 6 with the assists.
6 assists. He lands those kills. He's looking at the same as Saint. Jeez. So here we go. 3v2. 40 seconds left. Odyssey has to hold out for 40 seconds to claim this victory and series point. Weebs needs to get this kill trade out to stay alive in this map. Do still have the canisters going out. Mira taking a ton of damage as she is dropped down to a quarter health. Ace going into the smoke to get the kill, but doesn't do it as he is now traded. We're into it. 18 seconds left. Smoking taking a bunch of damage. Mira ripped off the board as Frost gets a huge double. Whiskey Weebs could do it right here. They gotta push in. They gotta get this trade. Ayana goes down now to a 1v1. Smoke, 5 seconds.
No.
Not plant is not gonna go down. Doesn't get it. Attackers take it. Weebs. Woo. Ow. Weebs.
Wow.
Tied us back up.
That absolutely could have gone either way. Sheesh.
The long war of attrition. Neither team willing to cede any points, any space. You can't have an inch. You got to fight for every second of it. And look at these kills. Bring that back up real quick. 17, 18, 10, 10, and 12, and a 9 on there. We have 5 players in double digits. 5 players just able to just freaking pop off. KD isn't everything here, of course. Lots of support being done by the players with the lower KDs. You expect that from the support players, but to have 5 players up in double digits for this best of 3, man, we could be looking at some record-breaking numbers if we were going to take it to 5 like that.
Yeah, really crazy level of kills, crazy level of play here. These guys were not willing to give up. Went back and forth again. 4-2 halves on both sides.
Twinsies. I love it. We're an OT, baby. Each team wanting it. Each team fighting for it.
Split push.
On the team.
With the double hard breach, so they're definitely, I think, going to get this jacuzzi wall open without an issue.
They should be, but there is some impacts with the Malusi, so they potentially on that ace they can stop it into just angles, but there's only the one. They do have the C4 as well to stop, potentially get that plant stop, but it's proved so pivotal in stopping the plant that I imagine you'll probably do something. Look at all the slowdown though that we have on the defensive side of it. Really trying to make a statement with the Malusi, the Mira, the Castle, and the Frost. In the aggro attack that is being brought on the board. They are going to get that breach open.
But I think Mira knows they're not going to push that wall right away. They're just going to get it open, leave it open, have it ready just in case.
Huge pick as Dan rips Ayana off the board, Saint off the board. Battling it out for top spot. And traded out with the nades. Kobe taking him out. Huge pick for Braze as they needed to get Dan off the board with his 8 kills. Castle losing a ton of health as well as he goes to less than a quarter left. We're into 1 minute and 23 seconds. 4v4. Still on the board. Construction also open. And Roth on the big flank from underneath. This could be huge. A big late round flank from Jaeger could be the difference maker in giving this first OT round around away. Now look at him. He's holding that rotate onto Logi, hoping to get... They had 2 pick come through there on the last round, hoping to get that secured up on a cheeky peek. 45 seconds left. The poking, the prodding is done. They're going to have to make this final push in to get this execute. One on highway. Going to see that engagement with Frost, but Frost does lose her life to that engagement. We're now into a 3v4. 29 seconds left. They're going to start to make that final push in. Well, how did he shoot that camera? Holy cow. 4v3. Ace does fall. Even us up to 3v3. 19 seconds as Jaeger's coming around on the late round flank. He's going to be trying to push up and get that as... Oh! Thermite was getting the plant down. They hear him on the barbed wire. Jaeger going to be rotating in. Gets the one. Does not get the one. Ouch.
That could have gone either way. Wow. I mean, Roth waited and got his kill from underneath like he was expecting. Made the rotate up. 1v1. Could have gone either way.
Could have gone either way, but a real heads-up play by Thermite as he stops the plant to take that engagement into Logi, coming out the victor and giving Odyssey the first round of OT. Sheesh.
Back on match point.
Let's see if Odyssey can put it away, or if not, Weebs has what it takes to send us the whole hog. We want 15, baby. Come on now, Weebs. This is your chance.
That was an attacking win, and we had seen, I mean, overall we have seen more wins on defense. So this is looking good for Odyssey.
Odyssey bringing the Goyo, the Smoke, the Castle, the Mozzie, and the Mira. Ever present. Goyo, gonna be the player to watch here. He's going to be making a big statement, trying to get that quick early pick with that sweet vector. 3 C4s on the board. They're going to be trying to hold that hatch fairly
5 seconds
heavy.
left before insertion.
That kitchen hatch fairly heavy.
Interesting.
It goes out on the attacking
Attackers
side.
are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Late
Moto
on me.
hatch open again. Moto hatch open again.
A strange tactic. Remind me, did that work for them the last time?
Well, boy, with all of the action we had seen, I actually can't remember who
Me
took that
neither.
round where the moto hatch was open. So here it is.
Well, you know what that means. That just means that we got to go and try it. Coming to a ranked round near you, as we've said. Let's look at that open moto hatch.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. Saint, what are you doing?
Lost half his life to his own.
Attackers have located a
A
bomb.
little boo too close to the sun and paid for it. Half of his life gone to his own device, but the castle and the Mozzie fall to trade out onto Ayana, taking us down to a 4v3. That all happened within the first minute.
Dropped.
Looking good for not Weebs, but they still got to do the big push in.
Attackers
They haven't
recovered
got
the diffuser.
most of that vertical opened up just yet.
It's interesting. We've seen these teams go
Charge ready.
heavy, multiple kills in the first minute, and we've also seen these guys go full 10 players until the last 20 seconds. So different strats all over the place.
And yeah, and you can just see them play out. Oh, here we go. 3v3 as that trade goes out. 2v3. Odyssey 2 kills away from securing their spot in the next round of this spring confrontation. Tied up. Not Weebs has something to say about it. As they push in, gets the kill. Now taking us to a 2v1. Minute and a half left to go. Jackal and Ash. Ash getting the plant down. Smoke still got 3 canisters in hand, but he's got to get one out if he wants to try to use it. Isn't going to do it. Doesn't know the plant went down. Now the retake. He's pushing in, goes through the rotate. They don't know where he's at. He's going to try to swing on the other side of it. There he goes, and he
Damn,
gets one.
takes him
Takes
down.
us into a 1v1. Attackers.
Wow, I can't believe they didn't have a cam or anything on him to let him know that, to help him out, to let him know that the plant was going down, because he just waited.
Wow. 7-7. We're going to take a quick timeout as Not Weebs want to take a second and talk about it as they get down to the final. 1 round, 10 players, 1 decision. 1 goes home and 1 goes on. Who's it going to be? Look at that double freaking 20 bomb.
That last 6 rounds back and forth. 6 rounds, match per match per match. Tell you what, I thought it was gonna go Odyssey on defense, but here we are. Both of them won their attacking OT rounds.
It's just incredible. I don't think we've casted a double 20 bomb before. That is just insane on the amount of kills that are ringing through here.
20,
If you're
10, and
just
3.
joining us, and I'd be sad if you were, but happy that you're here. We are down to it. We are in the final round of the final map. Series finale, overtime match point, the whole hog for a decider on who goes home and who goes on. Not Weebs versus Odyssey. Who's going to have the strength
Attackers
to
need
push
to locate
through,
and
to
defuse
take the
bombs.
trades, to win out and move on in this glorious spring confrontational tournament? You can't ask for any more of anything better than that. Lights out Siege across the board, the trades, the back and forth, the up and down. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you want in a Siege match, and we are here for it. 7-7. Walk me through.
Wow. A best of 3 that goes the full
10 seconds
overtime
left before insertion.
on all 3 maps. I mean, neither one of
5
these
seconds
teams
left
was
before insertion.
ready to let this go at all. They were going to let this, they were going to take this, and the other team is going to have to rip it out of their cold dead hands because no one is giving up.
I asked for a war of attrition, and neither side willing to give up an inch of space, an inch of points, back and forth. This is just a dream. And we're getting started here in the final round of this push, and we're going to be taking it downtown, Charlie Brown. Sledge and Buck for that verticality play. Ying going to be disruptive and a menace with those 4 Candelas. We've got Mav for the hatches and Thatch to take care of those Cade traps. On the defensive side, we've got the Wamai, who's, might I tell you, Dan sitting at 20 and freaking 10 on the Wamai. Going to be stop those projectiles coming in. Got the smoke, the ever-present. Cade for the hatches, Malusi and Legion, thank you. Jeez, man. Malusi and Legion are both on the slowdown. Really, the way that these guys are moving through these maps.
The interesting thing here is you had... Oh, that was unfortunate timing with the drone jumping in, but the interesting thing there was the not Weebs let Odyssey take the entire top control to start with. So they had the whole top floor for free, and it kind of looked like most of the team was basically bunkered. They've got all 5 downstairs.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Yep. This is it. They know that they've got to get their early round pick. They can't afford to lose one and then be taken apart on the trade battle. Cade up here doing his signature Cade tricking. Not something you get to see too often in the competitive world, as his does take quite a bit of time. But as he's so close to it, they're going to go ahead and get it.
They were committing an awful lot of utility to making sure they got Moto Hatch open, so Cade says, I'm going to go back and make sure that we keep Churchwell closed.
It's a really good play. He was able to save his Cade, still keep the kitchen hatch gated, cause enough of a menace to get us down to the last 45 seconds with this 5v5. This is it. 44 seconds to claim the victor of this series point, and we are 5 stacked. Pay attention, get your drinks ready, because we're not going to be able to call this one, as this final 30 seconds gets a massive intake of kills that are going to be ringing out. Hold on to your seat. Not these. Odyssey. Here we go. The first one goes out as Legion does fall. Traded back onto the bus. Bush. Now we're to a 4v4. Legion does prove to be detriment. We're down to a 3v3. 7 seconds left. They're going to have to get in and get this plant. Holding angles down to a 3v2. Not Weebs looking good, as they're going to be able to hold it. Plant doesn't go down. Not Weebs takes him. Odyssey is gone.
Oh my lord. Wow. Wow. They said it in the chat. What a best of 3. Wow, unbelievable. What a great match. Look at the score lines here. 21, 11 and 3, 20, 220 bombs, like you said. Wow.
Wow. Just freaking wow. What a game. Both teams just participating at this extremely high level of gameplay. 1,000 IQ plays ringing out across the board. So many strats for me to try, in my ranked map. This is one of the big reasons we do that, is so we can take this gameplay and insert it into our own styles. But man, we were just treated to a master class of attack and defense on both sides. Just a huge victory there for not Weebs.
Wow. Well, everyone, please stick around. We're going to check and see whether or not we can get one of the players from Not Weebs to join us for an interview. So stick around, and we will be right back.
Ayo!
Let's go.
Welcome back, fellow Siege spectators and players. After that huge victory for Not Weebs, we have with us here Mr. Sex Row, who was pivotal in that play style. Congratulations on that dub.
Thank you, thank you.
So, a couple of questions here. I mean, one of the big standouts, of course, Dan had a combined total of 42 kills for the 3 maps. Is that something you usually see out of that dude?
Honestly, we usually do see that. We usually get cutoffs and have him work hella hard, and he gets his frags, and he's pretty game-changing on rounds. There was one round on Church where he almost lost the round single-handedly in like a 1v4, a 2v4.
Oh yeah, when he came back and got that quad kill, yeah, that was insane. How long you guys all been playing together as a team?
As a full 5, this is our first full game day.
Shut
for a league.
up!
And
Wow.
we've done one full scrim together.
So who's the new additions?
Me and Rothermill are the new additions. I think Rothermill is flex, and I'm support IGL.
Yeah, well, geez, you guys were both pivotal in that play. Roth having some huge flanks, and of course, you putting up some dope numbers. Did you guys watch any VOD or anything of these guys before you got into it?
Nope. We just went into it, said we'll adapt how they play, and we went with it, and it worked out.
I
For the
think
most part.
adapt. That's probably the key word there. It seems like you guys had so many different looks that you guys were bringing for to the table. Was that strat play that you had talked about in your one scrim that you guys had together, or is this just a bunch of guys knowing how to play Siege and reacting off each other?
This is a bunch of guys knowing how to play Siege with a little bit of IGLing. I mean, that last round, 7-7, we called that tack timeout. I told them, listen, these guys roam clear very slowly. We need a bunker, and we need to hold blue.
And it's exactly what you did. Yeah, got the bunker, everybody downside, traded it out. So who is the IGL for you guys?
That is me.
Wow. So one scrim, your first match, IGL to this huge victory. You got to be feeling pretty good.
I am. I mean, I didn't drop numbers, but I will admit, I did make some decent calls, I will say.
Well, that's the thing, is KD isn't all of it here, right? Yes, Dan put up huge numbers, but why was he able to get those calls? You could tell that there was a ton of communication going on, on your guys' side of it. Have you played in other leagues before, or is this your
our first league match? I've been on other teams, but this is our first league match with this team.
Wow. Dope. So, well, I mean, we didn't come into this knowing who was going to take it. It seemed like both teams had the real potential to put out numbers. It's by far the most kills we've had, the most back and forth, and for sure the most exciting gameplay that we've watched. We're really appreciative of that. Anything you want to say to the people still watching?
Nah, thank you for watching.
Hey, appreciate you. That was Sex Row from the winners, Not Weebs, claiming that first victory and moving on in this spring confrontational. Appreciate you stopping by.
All right, thank you.
Dessert. Man, so that was great. What a best of 3. As I said, probably one of the greatest best of 3s that I've had the chance to catch, and something we'll be talking about in many, many casts to come. What's your takeaway?
We had a pair of teams. We didn't really know who was going to come out on top, and going the absolute distance, going the overtime in the last 2 games, the full 15 rounds on both. And the first one was not a amazingly quick match either. We went 7-5, so these guys duked it out the entire time. They adapted to each other, changing bans, changing strategies. We saw quick plants. We saw aggressive play. We saw turtling back. I mean, they really changed it up and adapted in ways I think we haven't seen from a lot of teams. So fantastic to see it here.
Yeah, it was a great mix of old style, new style, right? You did have that quick get into sight, hold your angles and prevent the retake, but you also had the heavy roam clear where they're going top down to make sure that verticality isn't going to be such a huge player. And boy, man, that seemed to be maybe one of the key words there. The vertical play on both sides of these teams really just, I think, proved to be the the deciding factor in the trades that rang out, and just taking it down to these 1v1s in almost every single round. Oh, it's just super exciting gameplay. Really looking forward to see what both of these teams are going to be doing going forward.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get to see. So, unfortunately, we saw Odyssey get eliminated today as part of the Spring Confrontational, but I am, based on their play, I'm guaranteeing we are going to see that team moving forward, in whether or not they're in the LLC, but definitely in the Siege competitive scene, because they played a great match.
Yeah, they really did. Huge congratulations to Not Weebs on this first victory. It was a really great map. You guys showed that you have great teamwork. Really looking forward to see what you do in the rest of this tournament. I want to say a huge thank you to the LLC for hosting this Spring Confrontational, and Dripsy for putting it on. He does have room for more teams in the upcoming season, so take a look and get a hold of Mr. Dripsy if you want to get yourself in to that league play. We also want to say a special thank you to Dubby, who is a sponsor of this stream and partner with Siege DoubleShot. It's great energy drink with no crash later. Gives you great focus, which is especially great for gamers. So when you think esports and you think Siege, think Dubby. Use our discount code DoubleShot. Get yourself a special discount. Big thank you to Suave, our Dre Ruger Beats, who did bring out this lovely music that you've been hearing for our opening and hold screens. He is on most major streaming platforms. Look for him at Dre Ruger Beats and get him started on one of your next projects. If you liked the other music that we had on, that's Mary River, and that's my personal project. You can find us on all streaming platforms. That's M-A-R-Y River. Find yourself some music, some merch, anything in your musical scene. And as we talked about a little bit earlier, we hit our 100 follower mark. Actually, we got to 105, and as a special thank you to everybody who's wanting to be a part of our stream and help support our channel and what we're doing here at Siege DoubleShot, we're going to be opening up to you the first of its kind, the Gauntlet. And just a little bit of an explanation. It's a one-person tournament. It's a winner-take-all. And it will be having to deal with a scene. It will have to be do with gadgets. Have to be do with some melee kills. All the special kind of kills that you kind of look forward and really get you amped up to watch in Siege play. So be looking for that announcement coming up here real soon.
Thanks very much to all the people that followed us during the stream and subscribed. Really appreciate everyone's support of the channel, and definitely look for the coming up games here in LLC, potentially GNL, and a few others that we will be announcing soon.
Yes, sir. We've come to that time. Get yourself another glass. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Get on and play a little ranked. I know that's what I'm going to be doing. As always, you don't have to go home,
but you can't stay here.
Ayo!
Let's go!